2025 was another prolific year in the world of professional wrestling. Tonight, we here at Cole TV look back on the year that was 2025, and we honor those who achieved greatness in the world of professional wrestling. It's the 5th Annual Golden Headlocks Award. And now, your hosts, Xlj the Og and Mr. B-Roll.
Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome to the 5th Annual Golden Headlocks. I'm Xlj the Og, joined by my partner in crime, my brother from another mother, Mr. B-Roll. You're speechless.
How are we doing out there, world? It's great to be here at the prestigious Golden Headlock Awards.
That's right, the 5th Annual Gold. Can you believe this is the 5th one we've done of these? Isn't that crazy? Time flies.
Absolutely insane.
When you're having fun. And we have an esteemed panel join us here tonight as well. We have our good, close personal friend. You know him, you love him. The Lightskin Gagin. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Glad it's my weekend, and I'm glad I get to sit here and enjoy and partake in the Golden Headlock Awards, my very first. So, can't wait to go ahead and get this all wrapped up. I can't wait to see who all wins.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. And, of course, also joining us, look at that beard. You know the voice. You know the face. We know we love him. It's the best Gout Machine.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Earth. I am filled with pastrami. I am the Megan the Stallion of wrestling content creators. My knees look like biscuits, and I'm ready to party.
Don't get much better than that. Well, gentlemen, tonight we are going to look back on the year 2025 and what was another pretty wild year in pro wrestling, I would say. Definitely full of some ups and some downs, but overall, 2025 is one I think we're going to be talking about for many years to come. All right, and let's go ahead and kick this party off and start with our first category of the year, our Rookie of the Year. And I know sometimes this can be kind of a challenging one because there's, and let me just state this, like if, you know, I'm sure some of ours may not technically be rookies, but they're still like relatively new in pro wrestling. Let's put it that way. If you gentlemen don't mind and indulge me, I would kind of like to kick things off here because I am excited about my Rookie of the Year. Because this is somebody who I was just blown away the first time I saw them. And I had the distinct privilege of seeing them for the first time in person. And this person, I think, is going to be somebody you talk about for years to come as a dominant force. Now, unfortunately, they did just suffer an injury here recently, but still, I think this person is going to dominate. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. I'm going with my Rookie of the Year is none other than Bozilla. Like, oh, my God. Seeing her in person against Megan Bayne, holy crap, that match at the Collective, oh my God. Like, I was just enamored with her, like, just like her presence and just like what she does in the ring and just the whole presentation of her. Like, dude, Bozilla is a license to print money. She is going to be, she's the future, one of the futures of women's wrestling as far as I'm concerned. Hell, she's the future of pro wrestling. So for me, that's
no argument. Future star.
Yes. B-Roll, what about you? Who's your Rookie of the Year?
Well, you know what they say, great minds think alike. And we did not, I will let, now, disclaimer, we did not confer with each other on our list. But I actually do have the very same. I have Bozilla down. Much like you, it was the Bozilla Megan Bayne match that was kind of like my first introduction. to her, and like just instantly, like you said, the presence has that it factor, and then I thought it was great for her to get to show that on a much larger scale at Forbidden Door this year as well, or this past year as well. So yeah, like nothing but big things to come for Bozilla.
Could said it better myself, my friend. Best Scout, what about you?
Well, this is such a coincidence. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. So my pick for Rookie of the Year, I'm going deep into the indies. I've been enjoying this guy for like the last year or two. I met him. He's awesome. This young man has all the tools to become a future world champion and a big star in the future. So my pick for Rookie of the Year is classic Cody Chun.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
The next, he could be the next Cody Rhodes.
I mean, he pretty much came that close to beating Brian Keith
Mm-hmm.
for the Defy title. So yeah,
he could win. We wouldn't question if he won.
No, that's a great pick, man.
Yeah,
excellent. Yeah, and remember, you could check him out on Defy Wrestling, and whenever they have shows on, sometimes they're on Triller, sometimes
I'll be seeing him at Pandemonium Pro Wrestling, and I think they're going to be on YouTube.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think a lot of his stuff's on YouTube. So yeah, that's a hell of a pick. Lightskin, my friend. What about you? Who's your Rookie of the Year?
Just so there isn't any sort of coincidence of how I'm going with this. Number one, it is Bozilla. Number two, yes, she began her career in 2022, but we really didn't start becoming acclimated with this woman until this year. I mean, we knew that she was in Marty Gold. She had a falling out in Marty Gold, went over to Stardom, surprisingly, shocking everybody. Joined up with Suzu Suzuki, joined Mavita Loca, and then as the 5-star Grand Prix is wrapping up, she goes over to London and goes ahead and takes part in that big 4-way for the TBS title that involved Mercedes Moné, Persephone, and Alex Windsor. It was such an amazing match. I don't know how you cannot choose Bozilla as Rookie of the Year.
There you go. Yep. Proof is in the pudding, but both excellent candidates, and congratulations to both on our Golden Headlocks Rookie of the Year. We got plenty more.
And as we should say to all of our winners, their belts will be in the mail. You may never actually receive them, but we can assure you they are on the way.
We wanted to send you.
Yeah, so. I think some of the winners from the first year are still waiting for theirs too, but we assure you, they're coming.
Nigel McGuinness keeps checking his mailbox.
Where is my golden headlock?
I mean, because we all know there's not a more prestigious award than the Gold TV Golden Headlocks.
No. I mean, yeah, it's right up there with any type of with the John Holmes porn star of the year. It's right up there with that. So. I don't even know if that's a real thing. I hope it is though.
Better than a freaking Grammy,
Oh yeah, yeah. Come on.
Ice out. What? Okay.
No. yeah. Fuck ice. So, all right. Up next, we've got our most improved wrestler of the year. So, Lightskin, start with you, my friend. Who is your most improved wrestler of the year?
Man, there's a lot to choose from because I did see a lot of progression from specific wrestlers. Not one really jumps out to me. But if I had to choose, I would choose Harley Cameron.
Yeah.
Harley Cameron basically came in, and when she came in, she was, a lot of people like to use the term eye candy. She did but she was also very entertaining. She had that segment with Anthony Bones when we first were introduced to her, and Anthony Bones was like, "Sweetheart, I'm gay." Like, come on, no, it's not happening. But as she became an in-ring performer, she got better and better. And she started doing more and more stuff with more and more credible people. Mercedes Moné. Now she's one half of the tag team champions with Willow Nightingale. So as far as I'm concerned, the only one I can think of is Harley Cameron right now.
That's a great pick. The thing is, too, with her is what I think is so refreshing is how AEW's let her be Harley Cameron. She's let her be like herself in her own skin, you know. She's such a unique personality. Like kind of pulling back the curtain. I can remember like when it was a couple years ago, we were in Chicago for All Out, and then we like did like a meet and greet beforehand with a big group of AEW stars, and she was there, and like she was relatively like new, you know. And I can just kind of remember because we hung out afterwards, like at the bar and stuff at the main event place we were at, which is like a big Dave and Buster's for anybody if you don't know. But anyways, I can remember like just like kind of like seeing her interactions and stuff, and she was just still kind of new to this and stuff, and it's just cool to see how far she's progressed, and like I say, just being comfortable in her own skin and just letting her be her because she is such a super talented lady. So but yeah, that's a wonderful pick, man. Like that's a really good one. Best Scout, what about you? Who was your most improved?
I kind of feel like I almost wish I could switch mine to Harley Cameron now because I'm like, oh yeah, there was a time we weren't really that impressed with her.
No, nobody's seen your list. They don't know that.
So I don't know. You don't know.
I could just lie, but I won't. I'll go with what I said because this lady, and it's a lady, she had probably what some people would call one of the worst AEW matches ever, and she has grown since then. She works the indies. She kicks ass in Defy. She's done a great job in Ring of Honor, and even though I don't think her matches have been crazy good, like her presence is undeniable, and she has grown as a character. Marina Shafir.
That's another
really good pick.
I can't argue with that one.
Yeah, she's had a hell of a year. Like I would safely say Marina Shafir has benefited the most by being with the Death Riders. Like I think
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
That's a great pick. Like
she's not the only Death Rider on this list.
Yeah, I know you got Wheeler Yuta probably in a lot of categories too. So. B-roll. What about you? Who's your most improved wrestler of the year?
So, like when we were when I was sitting down and trying to come up with picking each winner, this was one of the ones that came quickly to me. I felt like I didn't have to put I didn't have to think too much on this one. For me, because I feel like Lightskin, I went with Harley Cameron because I just from where we were a year ago to and like everything she's done in the past year, from the Monet puppet to like getting to challenge Mercedes in Australia, and she really has become like a mainstay in the women's division, whereas like before it was just she was kind of just borderline enhancement talent,
right?
And then like now she's like a tag champ with Willow, and like I think more so like even than the in-ring, it's just the entertainment value, because like she's funny, talented, like just full package.
Yeah. No, like here's my thing with it. Like I would have went with her. She's not my pick, but let me explain why. because I actually chose her as most improved the year before. So call me Nostradamus. I called that. Yeah, but no. Dude, she's incredible. Like, who would have thunk it? Like, she would be one half of the first ever AEW Women's Tag Team Champions, like to win gold. Like, so deserving of it. She's just, I can't say enough good things about Harley Cameron. Great picks. But for me, I went with somebody who I think already was a talented wrestler, but I think they really shined this past year. They told some incredible stories. They were involved in some unique stories, I think, throughout the year. Their promos and especially their packages that this person does is really, really awesome. And they ended the year quite well as they became a world champion. For my most improved wrestler of the year, I went with your current Game Changer Wrestling World Champion Atticus Cogar.
Oh,
yeah, I just felt like, man, he had a killer year, man, and like the coming right out of the gate, like attacking Sawyer Wreck after she retired last November, I think it was.
Back.
And then like him just kind of going right into a feud with like Megan Bang and Joey Janela, and then the stuff with Fuego del Sol, and like the stuff back and forth with Effie and Charles Mason this year and stuff, and then finally winning the GCW title and the stuff at Fandle 48, pretty much taking over GCW for the most part. To me, it's Atticus Cogar. He's my pick.
That is a great pick for sure. I honestly I'd kind of forgotten about that feud with Megan Bang till you said it. Like,
yeah, it was, dude. That was one of the highlights of the Hammerstein. I thought that match. Yeah, I remember when he came out with the creepy fucking the mask and stuff. Like, oh man.
When you said that was like the instant visual that popped in
first
my head.
thing.
I was like, oh, that was so creepy.
And like his vignettes he puts together is so creative. Like, I'll never forget being there at the Palms there in Vegas at the Collective for Joey's Spring Break, and that package that aired before the match with Fuego, man, and just how he's like in the character and has his like makeup on and just like the premise of it. Oh man, just Atticus Cogar is beyond like just a death match guy. I mean, I think he's one of the great things he does is like his psychology and stuff, and like I love his promos and stuff. So, like I say, he's my most improved.
Agreed.
Fuego del Sol? Never heard of him.
Who? Who's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's like? Oh yeah.
Who the fuck is Griff Garrison?
Always love me a good Griff Garrison joke. All right, our next Golden Headlock Award is for the 2025 Comeback of the Year, Best Gout.
Woo!
Let's start with you, my friend. Who is your comeback wrestler of the year?
I feel like this is going to be another one of those things where someone's going to go, I know. He hurt himself like in 2023, and he'd been out forever, and then he came back at the end of at the end of last year. He came back and immediately got a concussion, and then popped up this year and has had fire banger after banger after banger. He came back better than before. Bandito.
Ah, yes, Bandito, man, that's a great fucking pick. I mean, easily. I mean, we're going to talk about him a lot, I think, here at the Golden Headlocks, but I think, in my opinion, easily one of the candidates for Wrestler of the Year, I would say. Maybe somebody's Wrestler of the Year, but we'll talk about that further on down the road.
I actually really didn't know, but I just wanted to be a smart ass and say that I knew.
Well, you mission accomplished, smart.
Mission accomplished, dick.
Lightskin, what about you? Who's your comeback wrestler of the year?
So, if y'all remember, in 2025, this certain wrestler took a very significant amount of time off. They took time off because they wanted to, dare I say, feel the adrenaline rush, and decided to go climb a mountain. That mountain happened to be the very highest of highest mountains in Mount Everest. So, and when this person came back at the perfect time during this company's biggest show to help reinvigorate and rescue the AEW World Championship from the Death Riders. So I'm going to say my comeback wrestler of the year for 2025 is Darby Allin.
That's a good one. That's really
is a
good.
one.
Yeah, and the way he came back.
Just the way it was presented, like that was good. And All In was such a phenomenal show.
Oh God. Oh, so good. But yeah, just him coming down from the ceiling and stuff in classic Darby fashion. I think they even, if I remember correctly, didn't they like do that thing where show the video where Darby was like on Everest or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
They did.
Oh, so good.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
That's a phenomenal pick. Yeah. So my comeback wrestler of the year is someone who was out with an injury for a long period of time. And what I find why I went with him as comeback of the year is I think his story is very motivational because I mean I think he had some setbacks in not only recovery physically but emotionally as well because I'm a big strong advocate like you gentlemen for mental health like awareness and this guy I'm telling you man he's been through the ringer but he's such a good dude. We all love him because you know sometimes the world is cold and you better bundle up. My comeback wrestler of the year is Eddie Kingston.
Like, yes, I get it now.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love me.
See, now I'm resisting. Like when I figure out who somebody's pick it is, I'm like resisting the urge to say I know.
Do it with me, please. Do it with me.
Yeah. You're special.
I am.
But I just felt like I mean I know like okay has he been put in like a big storyline or something or whatever? Not necessarily, but I mean like still though it's Eddie Kingston. Like you know, how happy, how ecstatic were we when they said when Eddie Kingston was announced to come back at All Out this year?
No.
I mean,
Well, and I think the thing with like we're making his comeback look so great. There was multiple times where live crowds thought that like Eddie was the next one to come out like for like a save. Um like the crowd was ready for him to come back. And I'm just going to go, I know we're going to talk about the future at the end, but I am begging Papa Khan for an Eddie MJF feud for the world title.
oh, you know it's got to come at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I love Burger King. I love Burger King, and I love that's going on with MJF right now. But the Eddie MJF writes itself. I feel like.
Yeah.
You know the promo battles are going to be off the chain.
Oh my God, it would be epic, so epic.
Yeah.
Mess my pants up thinking of that.
For sure.
You don't even need lube for that. No fast lane.
This is an award show where we're talking about the past, but yeah, we're fantasy booking here.
Well, B-Roll, what about you? Who's your comeback wrestler of the year?
Well, you could say that my comeback wrestler of the year, and I will admit that I struggled with this one to come up with one because I was trying to sit there and think. I was like, because when I think of comeback, I first think of like coming back from injury normally. And I was trying to sit there and think of like, okay, like who made a return, like, and then I finally I feel like I nailed down my pick, and you could say that this particular person they dealt with a lot of shit this year. Gout, do you know?
Oh, I do.
It was me.
GM.
You're right. No, my pick, Kenny Omega.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh
Coming
my
back
God! Why did I think of that?
Yeah.
Damn it.
coming
It
back
should have
from
been mine.
everything he went through and
Yeah,
everything.
that bout of diverticulitis
Yeah.
almost killed him.
And had that
Literally.
kick-ass match at the beginning of the year.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, oh my God, yeah. That's
Yeah.
a damn good pick. These are all great
Like,
picks.
I'm honestly convinced that Kenny Omega's probably not human, but that's still to be proven. But yeah, all
He's a
these picks
Ninja
are
Turtle.
great. All these picks are great. There was some of the ones I didn't even think of. Like Darby's a great one. Because he freaking climbed a mountain.
Yeah, the mountain, not a mountain.
Yeah.
The mountain.
Yeah.
He really was the mountain.
Yeah.
Mountain.
Well, congratulations to all the winners here, and like we said, the belt will be in the mail. And so,
Yeah. It's
All right,
coming, I promise.
Fuck ice.
yeah, fuck ice. All right, our next award here at the Golden Headlocks is our Breakout Wrestler of the Year. B-roll. Who do you have as your Breakout Wrestler of the Year?
Oh, why you gotta make me go first on this one? You're like making me like set the table because
Well,
this is a award that I hold in high regard. And this person for me, this is gonna sound weird because I'm pretty sure I picked them for this last year, but like I honestly I can't think of a better fit for this category. I have to go with Kyle Fletcher again because I feel like I feel like I picked him for it last year, but he's taken this shit to a whole new level. Like he is a freaking bona fide star, and like his feud and matches like with Osprey over this past year, honestly, were some of my favorite matches. That may be a hint to what my match of the year might be. But like I I feel like on PW6 we said it almost every single week. He just keeps getting better, and I don't know how it's possible for him to keep getting better, but he does.
And he has a fire entrance theme.
Yep.
right?
I love Hot Mulligan, so
And he's dating Sky Blue, so that's a plus.
Great ring gear.
God bless him. God bless him.
But the only problem I have is why does he not wear fucking socks? I'm just saying. I guess that's an Aussie thing. I don't know, but
Because mate, they don't wear them down under.
apparently not. No, that's a wonderful pick, man. It's hard to go against it. Like you said it perfectly too. It's the thing of it is like he had a breakout year the year before, but somehow he propelled it and made it even bigger. He is the proto star. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Nobody here has any like doubts that he will be a future world champion. I mean, it's inevitable at this point.
I feel like he made the TNT title relevant again.
Yes. Yes. And and I think it desperately needed it. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, yeah, Kyle Fletcher's a wonderful pick.
No lies detected.
None whatsoever. Best Scout. Who's your breakout wrestler of the year?
All right, this guy, I see myself in him. How can I put it, man? He won championships this year. He was in big time matches. He wrestled. I saw him wrestle Okada live this year. We saw him wrestle in Mexico when they put the camera on him. You saw that big dick energy exploding off the TV screen. Brody King.
That's a wonderful pick. And dude, he's killing it right now, especially like feud with MJF and stuff.
Yeah, look at him now. LeBron going to say the same thing next year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the way I love too what they did the other night on Dynamite, like with him just murdering MJF.
Like, we're not giving. Yeah, we got like 5 minutes till the end of this. He's just going to murder MJF.
Yeah, we're good. No,
We're
that's
good. We're happy. We left home happy.
yeah. He had a hell of a year this year too, and it's all especially too. It's if you think about it, like being a part of such a phenomenal stable in the House of Black, of course, with Malachi going back to the Fed and Buddy being out pretty much the majority of the year with the injury, so like kind of really coming into his own this year, I would say. That's a great pick though.
Yeah.
Light Skim, what about you?
Oh, go ahead.
So, as much as I want to go with Brody King, I feel like he is on the verge of breaking out even more. So I can't pick him. I'm going to pick. I'm going to stay. I'm actually going to go with my man B-Roll, but I'm going to stay in the Don Callis family. It's not Kyle Fletcher.
Rocky Romero.
It's Konosuke Takeshita.
Yes.
That's another.
If you all remember, the year started out with Takeshita being the international champion and then going to Japan as being a part of Wrestle Kingdom and winning the never openweight title against Shingo Takagi. Then the next night, defending both of those belts against Tomohiro Ishii. Had a great, international title run up until he was defeated by Kenny Omega. Competed in the G1, won the G1, and then would go on to win the IWGP World Heavyweight title. So as far as I'm concerned, Konosuke, I think, gets the nod for me as breakout wrestler of the year.
He was the international. Wow.
He was the AEW International Champion.
Oh yeah.
And dropped it to Kenny Omega.
He dropped it to Kenny, yeah.
That feels like
a lifetime
long
ago.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, that is hard to argue that point.
I want to change mine.
Yeah, you want to everybody change? No.
I'll be honest, I'm actually have changed one of my answers like down the line during this conversation.
Oh, that's really interesting. We'll have to see what that is all about.
I'll let you know.
So for me, my breakout wrestler of the year, he started off on fire, and I think like he maintained like throughout the year as a huge part of the company he works for, and also working in AEW as well. Easily like his first match of the year is probably like on everybody's list for matches of the year, I would say, and it may be your guys' match of the year. But for me, I went with my breakout wrestler of the year was none other than War Ready Gabe Kidd. I think he had a stellar year. With him like starting off like instant with that huge push like right out of the gate. Just develop himself as like one of the top like guys in New Japan. And then just to go on to win the IWGP Global title, the incredible feud he had with Yota Tsuji. And it was cool to see him too kind of go like work the indies too, so to speak, or work in GCW. Like watching him, like the matches he had with Mance Warner. Holy shit. I was there. I was lucky enough to be there in person for their match at the Collective at Joey Spring Break, and that match was badass.
So much blood.
Yeah, so much blood.
So much blood pouring from his forehead.
So yeah, for me, that's my breakout wrestler of the year is one Gabe Kidd. What a year! What a year for all these competitors too.
Yeah.
So. Speaking of amazing years, we got to talk about, of course, and acknowledge we had a pretty awesome year here ourselves at Cole TV. So we want to take a look back and show you this highlight video of some of the cool moments that happened to us all throughout the year here on Cole TV. Check this out. There you go. Just some of the highlights of the amazing year we had here on Cole TV. And thank you all for the love and support you give us and have shown us over the years. So we do appreciate it. We love
No,
you.
no, no. Thank me.
Thank you. Thank Best Scout. Thank Best Scout. So. All right. Yes. Thank you, Best Scout. B-roll.
Thank you, Best Scout.
There we go. All right. Now we can continue on with the Golden Headlocks.
You know, there was a point this past year where I thought I had gout.
Legit. That's legit, by the way. So
That's a shoot.
That's a shoot, brother. All right, our next category is our International Wrestler of the Year. Lightskin, let's start with you, my friend. Who is your International Wrestler of the Year?
It came down to two choices with me. It came down to Konosuke Takeshita and Saya Kamitani. On one hand, Saya Kamitani, first woman to win the coveted Tokyo Sports MVP award, has been, tearing it up all year long. Won the red belt late last year and has carried it on through into this year. But then I look at Konosuke Takeshita, who has worked with 3 different promotions and multiple more, winning championships after championships, and just, won the G1, won the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, won the AEW International Championship, won the Never Openweight Championship. Like I said, wrestled for all 3 major promotions in Japan with DDT and New Japan. 3 major wrestling promotions, I should say. 2 in Japan, 1 here with AEW. So if I had to go International Wrestler of the Year, again, it's Konosuke Takeshita.
That's hard to go against that. Damn,
it's very hard. But
great.
I do have Saya winning another award here later.
Yeah, I got a feeling she's going to be on a lot of our lists. But that's a great one, man. Shit, now I kind of almost want to change my pick. But no, I'm going to stick with mine. Because I've always been a big fan of this person's, and he had a huge year this year. And man, you talk about international. This guy was all over the place, wrestling here in the States, wrestling in the UK, and he did end up winning a world championship. My International Wrestler of the Year is Man Like Darius.
Nice.
I love me some Man Like Darius. We got to see him in at GCW and Indy. Hell, I got to see him in a couple matches at the Collective this past year too, as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Oh, 1.
Oh, yes, yeah.
2-1.
2. I wanted to say 4-1. I was like, I'm gonna fuck this up. I'm sorry, Man Like Darius. I love you, but I don't know
the same thing.
over there. But no, like, dude, he's killer, man, and super nice guy too, as well. So, insanely talented, like so. He's my International Wrestler of the Year. What about you, B-Roll?
Those are both good ones. Makes you want to change your answer sometimes.
I know.
I feel like we're showing integrity though, but like sticking to our guns.
I changed mine.
Well, you're best scout. I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
That's right.
But my International Wrestler of the Year, I went back and forth on a few of them with this one, but I ended up going with Yodo Suji.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, he had a heck of a year, and I feel like really just kind of established himself as like that kind of that new face of New Japan, and
yeah,
I mean, if you look where he is now,
yeah, I mean,
he could sell so much toothpaste.
He could, and hair conditioner too, by the way.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Bastard.
He is now the new ace of hair in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm sorry, Tanahashi. Like, you cut it off. Why? Anyways, that's a good pick, man. That's a good pick. What about you, Best Scout? Who's your International Wrestler of the Year?
So this year I got super into British wrestling, Brit Rest, And the great thing about British wrestling is that if you like a wrestler, you just watch another British company. It's like the same wrestlers in all of them. And I got to fall in love with it with this one lady who just killed it, won
I know who it
championships
is.
everywhere.
Oh, I know.
She even won
know.
one here in America.
I know who it is.
Rio.
Yes. Not to be confused with like Rio from AEW.
Yeah.
Spelled differently.
Spelled differently.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Yep.
Fucking
They
beat
wrestle.
that woman.
And they wrestle totally differently.
Yeah.
So, not to steal the floor or anything, but she was one of the few that I was considering too. My other was Mystico, but
I almost did Saya Kamatani, but I don't watch enough Stardom. I felt like I was being a poser.
see, I feel you there too.
Yeah. That girl already like next level. But back to Rio.
Yes.
Badass. She could probably beat the hell out of me.
I mean, she had a huge year with holding 3 different championships at the same time.
Progress, True Grit, Fourth Rope.
And let's not forget too, winning the ICW World Championship, not the women's, the ICW World Championship.
Is she still holding that?
She still does, yeah. She is
God
still
damn.
the ICW World Champion. Think about that.
Badass.
One of the longest reigning, I think, Progress Women's Champions. I tell you, the match that she had this past year with, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank, Kanji. Yeah, that match, holy shit.
I could easily put Kanji on this list.
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorite matches of the year by far. So, but yeah, but that's a great pick. All of these are great picks. All of these great examples of phenomenal international wrestlers for sure. All right, up next, our next award is for Social Media Wrestler of the Year. This is a fun one. This was a new category I think we introduced last year, I believe. A lot of guys and gals doing terrific jobs out there in the social media landscape, so I'm excited to hear what your guys' picks are. B-roll. What about you? Who's your Social Media Wrestler of the Year?
This was a tough one. This was a tough one for me. I don't know if anybody else will have this one, because I'm not gonna lie, this one is from the Fed. I said it.
Which, by the way, let us just say this: like, obviously, like a lot of us are going to be choosing outside of that because we don't watch that company anymore. But I mean, if you watch it, like, enjoy it and stuff, and we're going to acknowledge it here on End of the Year Awards on Cold TV too. Yeah. So it may not be our pick, but and there's some decent people there, regardless of how you feel about the company. Just throwing that out there. But anyway.
Surprisingly, Carmelo Hayes is my answer for everything else.
Nice. But no, go ahead, B-roll. I'm sorry.
I am a sucker for a good troll, and like especially like when they're just trolling on purpose. So I did go with Drew McIntyre.
Okay,
and
yeah.
I think that is a repeat from last year.
Yeah, I think we all had him last year. I think so.
Except for me.
Well, yeah, except for you. Yeah.
No, I had Nyla Rose last year.
You did.
Nyla Rose is hilarious.
Oh, I love this year how she picked up the British gimmick or whatever. How she's from the UK now all of a sudden or something. Good stuff.
But yeah, I went with Drew McIntyre just because even though I may not like be watching, I do still find like his social media funny and entertaining, and I like that he uses that as like another layer to his character and his trolling, if you will.
There you go. Oh, that's a solid pick. Best Scout. What about you?
All right, I'm gonna pick with someone over on Blue Sky because they're gonna put they advertise their company. They own an indie company, but they wrestle in AEW. And I love how he's just silly as hell. I love his videos when they're like announcing that he's gonna be doing when like We already know he's going to do commentary. They act like it's a big deal.
Oh, okay.
Evil Uno.
Oh, that's wonderful. Mystery Wrestling Theater. If you haven't watched it, oh my god, it's so good. So good. The best comedy wrestling out there by far.
It's beautiful. Everything. I wish I could have joined it.
Oh man, it's so like I love seeing their little clips and stuff. And they also broke the record this past year too for the world's longest match.
Longest match, 25 hours or something like that.
Yeah, it's like 25 hours or something. That's crazy. So, no, I love me some Evil Uno too. And also too, he does a lot with the I believe the AEW gaming channel or something like that. Right? Oh, he's a big gamer, so
yeah, nerd.
That's fucking nerd. No,
talk like me.
You just gave him an award and then you called him a name.
Like, he's my social media wrestler of the year, but fuck him. No,
I live by my own rules.
Lightskin, what about you, buddy? Who's your social media wrestler of the year?
You know, as great as Mr. McIntyre is at trolling, I don't think anybody does it better than this individual, especially after yesterday, or not yesterday, but the day before. But either way, I have to give it to the light-skinned kingpin, Ricochet.
Oh, that's a good pick. Yeah,
I mean, this dude, like, ever since he went heel, he does not break kayfabe.
He's next level, isn't he?
He really is. Like, he's starting beef with people on TikTok and something like, I thought we were cool. And like, no, he hates your guts. You know. And even the stuff with what has happened where he talks about his experience at WWE and, you know, everybody just be like, well, you should be grateful. And he responds to that shit. And, you know, just basically eviscerates them online. And I'm like, well, bet you won't do that again. Now you're afraid to tweet your favorite wrestler.
Love it.
Yeah, and he's just gotten better and better too. Like especially in that heel persona. Like, yeah, he gives 0 fucks, and I love it.
Love it.
Yeah, that's a good one. I almost want to switch my pick, but I'm not going to switch my pick because I went with somebody who I feel is using social media to their best, as the best platform. Because I mean, this person, man, like I'm talking to somebody who's on the indies, but their social media is just it's chef's kiss. It's hilarious, and it's so fucking true and to the point when you think about it. So for my social media wrestler of the year, I went with none other than the man who is 6'13", Big Trouble Ben Bishop's my guy. I mean,
a good one.
I mean, he's just like the stuff with the tribal chief stuff. Oh my god! Like, oh my god, it's so damn funny. I just realized I did the math wrong. I meant 6'12". Yeah, 6'12".
I like 6'13". I'm like, wait.
I did the math.
That math.
Sorry, I've been a long day. I don't like math.
No, it maths. It maths.
It maths in my world. But no, seriously, like Big Trouble Ben Bishop, man, he's such a super talented dude. Like I met him before a couple times and talked to him. He's just a super nice guy. But I just love like every character he does is so like oh yeah, like the Shindy, like the indie promoter, the Tribal Keith character. The interactions where he talks about the like where fans come up to him, it's like, why aren't you in the big leagues and blah blah blah, you need to do this, kid, and that, and it's just like he just pokes fun at it and he does it hilariously.
I did a quick search. I'm like, oh yeah, him.
Yeah, Big Trouble Ben Bishop. He's my
cool
social media wrestler of the year.
I don't like him though because he makes me feel small.
He's a big man. He is a big man. 6'14", by the way. He just went up. All right, our next. Growing. I know, man. I can think of some other things going. Up next, our next category is inspirational wrestler of the year. Best Scout, we'll start with you. Who is your most inspirational wrestler of the year?
Man is old as dirt.
I know who it is.
Old as hell. And had a million, and he's older than Ric Flair and had a better match than Ric Flair. And I hope when I get to this man's age, I watched him back in the early '90s at the New Japan and WCW Super shows. But yeah, he still had a match this year, looked great, and I hope to be like that when I'm old as dirt. Tatsumi Fujinami.
Oh my God, he's still. Oh yeah, he is still wrestling, isn't he?
Yeah, in the black trunks, man.
Yeah, and
He's
he looks like $1 million too for like how
better than me.
He's like late 70s, I think.
Yeah, I got more stretch marks than a pregnant woman. He looks great.
Yeah, that's a hell of a pick, man.
That's goals.
Yeah, I mean Tatsumi Fujinami, my God, like that man's literally wrestled in. What, he started his career in the 60s, I think, right?
Yeah.
Think about that. He's wrestled in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020. That's insane.
The man could fuck granite.
Yeah. It doesn't get any better than that. Lightskin, what about you, buddy? Who's your inspirational wrestler of the year?
Tatsumi Fujinami is a good pick, but I know earlier we talked about comeback wrestler of the year, and a lot of you guys, one of you guys went with Eddie Kingston. Anything, I'm going with that one because the injury he suffered was so severe, and I know a lot of people were all like, when is Eddie coming back? When is Eddie coming back? And when he finally came back, I know a lot of people that were actually so thrilled that they actually had tears in their eyes when they saw Eddie come back. So I'm going with Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's a
no
great
lies.
Pick. I love me some Eddie Kingston, man. He was my pick for comeback, but yeah, dude, Eddie Kingston's a great one. I kind of went with a guy who I think we're gonna be talking about a lot here on the Golden Headlocks. I don't think we've mentioned yet, really. And I mean, his story arc is what got me, because like at the way the beginning of the year started, I really did not see this coming. But I just it just turned around and it was told so beautifully. And like you can tell he's just like a genuinely good person and a passionate person. My inspirational wrestler of the year was one Hangman Adam Page. I love me some Hangman. I love how his what is it, the Twitter, I think, or the X is nothing but like about plants. Like,
his Blue Sky.
Blue Sky, that's what it is. Yeah.
He told them like, you're going to hate that. All I'm going to talk about is gardening and plants, and that's literally all that he talks about. He's stuck with it.
Yeah, God bless him. But Hangman, what a story! What a year he had, man. To go from like he went over the edge the year before with this Swerve rivalry to retiring his mentor Christopher Daniels, and to just kind of like slowly working his way back and to the good person that Hangman is. I just love the story arc. Love me some Hangman. So he's my inspirational wrestler of the year.
Not the last time we'll hear about him.
Nope, I don't think so. B-roll. What about you?
For me, I went with Mike Santana. For this one.
Yeah.
This is one that I struggle and had to think about, but I wanted to show some love to TNA as well, and I really
respect.
I felt I really enjoyed the Mike Santana story this year.
Yeah.
Just kind of like the classic underdog, and it really was a moment when he finally did capture the TNA title. But yeah, I'm not gonna go into a rant about how he shouldn't have lost it, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But the story of him getting there and just kind of like that underdog underdog story, and I feel like he's one of those genuine people that like you just kind of help but can't root for.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Yeah.
Speaking of TNA, I do plan on stalking Mara Sade. Just thought I'd say that out loud.
Okay. And on that note, let's move on to our next category, which is your indie wrestler of the year, man. And there's a lot of
my
good
o-
candidates.
my only
I think.
question though would for Gout though before we get into this would be like again. Again.
Like, isn't there a restraining order? I'm just saying.
Quite
Uh,
possibly.
all right,
She has a new
B-roll.
name now though, so
Above the law.
We'll bail you out, maybe. No, B-roll. We'll start with you, buddy. Who's your indie wrestler of the year?
now see on this one, so many good candidates for this one, but we have talked about him once already. I had to go with Atticus Cogar.
That's a
Had
good one.
a heck of a year. Um, and really, like for me personally, he kind of like burst on the scene because I'll admit, like I didn't know, I knew nothing about him, and just um, honestly really had like as far as like GCW had like some of the more captivating storylines that you wanted to tune in and see how like what was going to happen, and like had several good great feuds like we talked about with Megan Bain, and then ultimately ended up winning the GCW world title. So I went with Atticus Cogar.
That's a hell of a pick. Best scout. What about you?
All right. If Duplessis, if Michael is here, he would be so happy I said this.
I know who it
I'm
is.
She had one of the best matches of last year against Johnny Robbie at Strength Beyond Strength with Prestige and was it West Coast? Yeah, Prestige and West Coast Pro. Yeah, she's killing it. She's from the Pacific Northwest, but she's making the rounds. Amira.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Love
I've seen
her.
some of her stuff.
Actually,
Yeah,
that
that's a
wasn't
good.
who I thought it was.
Yeah,
She does bangers. She's gonna be signed to somebody at some point in the near future.
yeah. No, I have no doubts about that. Like, yeah, she's definitely one of the top talents in all of like pro wrestling right now. Like, yeah, you're gonna be talking about a lot of her in 2026. Lightskin. What about you, my friend? Who's your indie wrestler of the year?
You know, I really want to go with Missa Kate because ever since I met her in an indie show here in Minnesota, you know, with her being from Chicago, really great personality, really great person. But I'm gonna go with somebody local here. Man is 25 years of age from Minnesota. He's actually wrestled a show at the Caboose here earlier tonight. And I said I'm going to do everything that I can to go, but you know, work sometimes calls. Elijah Dixon, excuse me, Elijah Dixon. He's
Look
on.
him up.
He is on TikTok, by the way. Elijah Dixon PW. Go check him out. He is accepting bookings as well. He wrestles for Midwest All Stars, you know, and I just had an opportunity to peep a lot of his stuff on YouTube and a lot of his stuff that he posts on TikTok. And I'm always going to support my brothers, especially in Black History Month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I gotta be honest. I haven't seen him, but I will definitely gotta check him out, and you should too at home. That's I love it. I love it when we got some of these picks, and it's like some of us aren't even familiar with them, and they'll
Yeah.
I'm doing it right now.
I'm gonna follow him now.
follow him. But don't follow him into the bathroom or anything like that. I mean,
Yeah,
unless you gotta.
don't be weird.
Yeah, don't.
I might stalk him too. Got a lot of free time.
Well, these
Weird
are
guy.
the gentlemen. All were great picks. I had so many that I love and wanted to go with, but the person I went with, I felt like I feel like it's going to be the obvious answer, but it's like you look at their body of work, it's like, damn, it's hard to pick against them. Because I mean, they had top storylines in multiple companies, from like GCW to Wrestling Revolver to MLW. I went
I
with
know who it is.
Shotzi Blackheart as my indie wrestler of the year. I mean, it's just like, dude, she was everywhere. She was literally everywhere this year.
It's a good pick, though.
Yeah, I mean, she killed it. I think I love the story with her and Cardona and GCW. That was awesome. Stuff she's doing in MLW is really cool. Picking up, I believe she won the. You know what? She also worked for House of Glory too, didn't she? I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think she
Yeah.
literally worked for like all these top tier independent wrestling companies. So
Wasn't she? Gout, I think you could confirm this. Didn't she even do something with like Circle 6 out there? At, like,
Yeah, she
their-
popped up at Channel 6.
yeah, she did Circle 6 for God's sake. She did
Like,
Deathmatch.
Mile from my house.
She was in Tournament of Survival. For
Yeah.
God's sakes. I mean,
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
there's-
she did a death match as a return.
yeah. I mean,
This girl does not say no to a booking.
no. And like I love her YouTube stuff too as well. So her YouTube channel's cool. Like in the podcast was doing with Scar, everything about her is awesome. I love me some Shotzi. So
Saw her
Shotzi,
last week.
there you go. Well, Shotzi's my independent wrestler of the year. Well, as we said before, it's been an amazing year here on Colt this past year on Colt TV in 2025. But we have to talk about one of the coolest things that happened to us this year was the fact that PW60, our flagship show, celebrated its 100th episode. Like, what a milestone. It was awesome. So that being said, let's take a look back at PW60 100. Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome back. Not only to another episode of Pro Wrestling 60, but the 100th episode of PW60.
Hard to believe. 100 episodes and still going strong.
First and foremost, thank you all so much for the love and support over the years of this show. And of course, big shout out and thank you to our PW60 family, who without this show would not be possible.
It's the 100th episode of P-Dub City, and I, the BGM, I'm just laying in bed, reflecting. Brie here, was named after cheese, and took that anger and put that into writing novels and also attacking people late at night. Duplicitous. It sounds like that's a way to describe someone, my friend. All I can say is we're all lusty for some husky roads. B-roll, I can also sum you up with one word. I desperately want to go to the Gaijin temple, Lightskin Gagin. Have some Capri Suns. What can I say about our fearless leader that hasn't been said to describe John Holmes? Chrissy Gina, what can I say? Can't say anything. Can't say anything bad. I can't make bad jokes. I fear her pistol whips. Is the man that would punch a penguin. Because we know what they did.
Hi, babies. and happy 100th episode to the PW60 family. We are so proud of you guys. Now, if there's one thing that I've learned from working with the PW60 crew, it's to how to fill the depressing holes in my life with the love of my favorite wrestler via merch. Don't feel like you have the will to live that day? Buy the action figure. Buy the bobblehead. Buy the t-shirt. Buy the thing that looks like a Funko Pop, but technically isn't a Funko Pop. You too can manage your depression and learn how to be the best stalker you can be by watching PW60. Was I not supposed to say the stalker part? Okay, again. Learn to be a better wrestling fan by watching PW60. Happy 100th episode, you guys. Me and Tony love you very much. Bye.
Huge congratulations on your 100th episode of Pro Wrestling 60. Amazing!
Congratulations on your 100th episode of PW60. This is Mystery Iguana, the most fine reptile in the world. And yes, God, póngase verde.
Hey there, folks. It's the Drama King here, and I want to give a shout out to Pro Wrestling 60 and your 100th episode. Congrats to you and a whole team behind Cole TV on YouTube. I hope you have a wonderful 100th episode, but not just that day, every single Pro Wrestling 60 day.
Well, those just some highlights, and this, once again, we've said it before, we'll say it again. Like, we love our PW60 family. Of course, Lightskin, Best Scout, a huge part of that. And thank you, gentlemen, for being a part of this journey with us. And we can't wait to do 100 more, and so on and so forth. So,
you're welcome.
Yes. Thank you, Best Scout.
Thank you, Best Scout.
Thank you, Best Scout.
Thank you. It's so negligent of you.
All right, let's keep on rolling here on the Golden Headlocks. And up next, our award is for the most underrated wrestler of the year. B-Roll, we'll start with you, my friend. Who is your most underrated wrestler of the year?
Okay. I'm gonna need you to bear with me here, because this person, for me, I feel like I had them underrated this year. I believe they were even a champion at one point this year, and yet I still feel, in my mind's eye, they were underrated. So maybe they were just underrated to me personally.
Oh, I know who it is.
Oh,
I went with Mark Briscoe because
okay.
I feel like, for whatever reason, I did not cherish him enough this year. Because he is a national treasure, and yeah, that's who I went with. I don't think it's going to be on anybody else's list, but
yeah, I feel like the underrated one can make some of us might sound like a dick.
yeah. Like,
but not you.
No,
of course not. But yeah, for whatever reason, I felt like, you know what? To me, I don't feel like I personally gave him enough credit, and I don't know if that was general consensus, but yeah, I love Mark Briscoe.
I had a great year too. I mean, won
Yeah.
the TNT title. Had some great rivalries. The big part of the kind of that feud with the Death Riders going into Blood and Guts. So yeah, that's a great pick, dude.
Yeah, I'd kiss him on the mouth.
Yeah, I give him tongue. Best Scout. What about you? Who's your most underrated wrestler of the year?
All right. I have never cared about this guy. I have like a small list of wrestlers I just don't give a flying fuck about.
I know who it
But
is.
I saw him in some matches this year, and I was like, wait, when did you get good? Like, I was shocked, and I'm going to give it to New Japan's Tai Chi.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought he sucked, and for longest, I'm like, oh no, he had bangers. Like he had a handful of bangers this last year.
You know what's interesting to me about that too is I feel like, and I mean this is no disrespect, but I think like Tai Chi's kind of, I don't want to say past his prime, but his better years were before him. Because I mean Tai Chi, like once you get past like the gimmick and stuff, like he's a hell of a wrestler.
I think I just hated the gimmick. That
I can
happened.
see that. I can see that. No, that's a fascinating one to me, but I love that pick.
Yeah.
Lightskin, what about you? Who's your most underrated wrestler of the year?
So I decided to also go with someone from Japan as well. Before I give out the name of this individual, I would just like to say that it's always seems to be a very common thing, especially nowadays, that wrestlers use a move called the spear. But this pro wrestler spear is better than Roman Reigns' spear, better than Edge's spear, better than Bill Goldberg's spear, better than Rhino's gore. I am going with Sayaka Kurara, who won the Cinderella tournament this past year. And no, she won the Cinderella tournament, but kind of didn't really do much with it. But even though she won it, she ended up challenging Saya Kamitani for the red belt, unsuccessful, but also at the same time she ends up winning the New Blood tag belts with Aya Sakura. So from Stardom, I'm giving it to Sayaka Kurara.
Oh hell yeah, that's a pretty good pick. I like this too. So far, you guys are coming out of left field for me. These are all good ones. Mine's probably gonna be a little surprising, but and it's not like we've already talked about this person, and for me, I guess it's the reason I chose them was because I just was not anticipate them having a better year than they had the year before. So for me, I went with my most underrated wrestler of the year was Kyle Fletcher. Because like we said, I was blown away with him having an even better year than the year before last. It's just crazy, how we talked about earlier, he really restored and put the prestige on that TNT title. One of the top members of the Don Callis family. The feud with Ospreay was once again a winner of one of the blocks in the Continental Classic. Kyle Fletcher, to me, it's damn, dude, I didn't think you could get this much better, but you did. So that's why I went with him as my most underrated wrestler of the year.
And it's because he doesn't wear socks.
And I can look past it. So. All right, up next is our Commentator of the Year award, and we'll start with you, Best Scout. Who is your Commentator of the Year?
Ooh. All right. He is not on any mainstream wrestling show, but you can catch him on various episodes of GCW, various indie companies. The man is witty as fuck, like me, and he's young as hell. Jordan Castle.
Oh, okay, yeah. Always enjoy it when you hear him on GCW, man. That's a good one. I like it.
Like that call when KJ Orso jumped into the ring. And was I forgot what he said. The rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. I'm he quoted. I forgot what movie he quoted, but still, the way he's so quick-witted. He's better than most comedy. He's better than Tony Schiavone right now.
Yeah,
fight me.
Lightskin. Who do you got as your Commentator of the Year?
So this year, I have been getting really into Ashe wrestling out of North Carolina.
Ooh.
And my Commentator of the Year is a former wrestler. Well, this person probably still is wrestling, but this person is also making a career at the commentary table, and that is Big Swole.
Yes.
Big Swole. She's so entertaining to listen to during these Ashe shows. Especially when Ugly Gang comes out and they're throwing the cream. I haven't had an oatmeal cream pie in years. Okay, but before anybody
love a good cream
pie. All right, but still, that got me in, and Big Swole basically selling oatmeal cream pies, and the term cream pie, it got me hooked. So Big Swole for me gets Commentator of the Year.
Love her.
I love that pick. I really do. She got me from seeing her the first watching the first Ase show and like just oh my god, like I put it to you this way, like she made me so happy and enthralled for the entire show. Like I mean, it was just like I had to keep watching because it was just like she's just so funny, so good.
Very.
Oh my god, so talented. I love her, absolutely love her. That's a fucking great pick. Oh man, love me some Big Swole.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I gotta say, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. For my pick, I went with somebody who I will openly admit I find very attractive.
Pat McAfee.
I went with someone who I think is a sexual dynamo. I went with someone who I see instantaneously, and it's like, well, I'm pregnant now. I went with someone who I aspire to be. When you gaze upon their beautiful eyes, you're like, you can get lost in them. When you hear his sultry voice, you're like, oh my god, yes, I'm pregnant again. This time with twins. My pick for commentator year is one of the sexiest men out there. I went with Walker Stewart as my commentator of the year from New Japan. I mean, that voice.
Oh yeah, so sexy.
Right? Come on.
I've seen a little bit of myself in him.
Come on. I'm just saying. I aspire to be Walker Stewart.
A little him and me.
Yes, sir. Anyways, I
could cosplay as him.
What are you trying to say, Gout? This just got awkward. B-roll. How about you? Who's your commentator of the year?
What's up, sex?
Unprotected. No,
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to follow this up.
I love how Lightskin's so chill with us too. He's just down here fucking like eating a snack or whatever. He's just shaking like, what the fuck am I doing?
This is entertaining to me.
Shit. It's like two dudes just having a conversation about having unprotected sex with each other. One of them in cosplay about some other dude the other dude was crushing on. Anyways,
and they touched
oh fuck. That's getting clipped.
Somebody call Brie. Somebody call Brie. I've got the format for her next book.
Next fan fiction. There you go. Oh shit. Who you got as your commentator of the year, buddy?
Oh, tough act to follow, but I went with someone who I've really enjoyed on commentary. Recently been added to AEW commentary. I went with Bryan Danielson because I really freaking enjoy him breaking down like the matches and everything. It's tough to beat one of the greatest of all time on commentary, given their expertise on what's going on.
Okay. Respect. That's a good pick. I've been thoroughly enjoyed Danielson on commentary, and correct me if I'm wrong, but did he do it before, like in the Fed or something? I feel like or something for maybe. I feel
like a little bit, like a time, like a match.
But I don't know. I feel like this is much more enjoyable because it's Danielson, like being Danielson. You know, so
nothing held back.
That's a good pick. All are great picks, but none are as hot as my pick. I'm just saying. So. And I'll leave it at that. All right, up next, we've got our promo artist of the year, Lightskin. Who you got as the best promo of the year?
There's no argument here. Like, when it comes to the best promo artist, you guys say, you get pregnant every time you look at, your commentator of the year. I get pregnant every time I hear this man's promo because I know I'm just going to be that exuberant with excitement, and that's MJF. I'm sorry, he still cuts the best promo out there. Nobody has yet to touch him. You can have your CM Punks, you can have your Drew McIntyres, you can have your Codys. I don't care. MJF, when he came back right before World's End and cut his promo against Joe, Hangman, and Swerve.
Woo.
TKO.
Mm-hmm.
No pun intended.
No.
Ooh, that's a good pick. That's a damn good pick. So my promo artist of the year, I went with a guy who I feel like we never really appreciated his promos until this year. I think we think about him like with his in-ring skill and stuff, and as he's a great storyteller. But this, you know what, this guy cuts a damn good promo. Here's the thing. I think with a great promo artist is a guy or anybody who is cutting a promo, and you're on like every edge, on the edge of your seat of every word that they say. And I feel like that with this person. My promo artist of the year, I went with Hangman Adam Page. I love me some Hangman when he cuts his promos, man. So good. Dumbasses. But no. Hangman's my my promo of the year. I love it.
The one that I think comes into question the most from him is the one he cut at Grand Slam in Arena, Mexico.
Right. Oh, yes, absolutely, man. That was so like I feel like that was such a pivotal point in his like run as like turning things around and stuff. Like it was so fucking good. So fucking good. Like in that crowd, my God, they were so appreciative of it, and it was so like it was good.
My wife was brought to tears with that promo.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, Hangman, God, his next level. I don't think we truly appreciate how good of a promo he does. All right, B-roll, who do you got as your promo artist of the year?
I ended up going with none other than Toni Storm. Just because I think she is just so wildly entertaining and out there. And she has just been on fire with the timeless Toni Storm. And I will never question that woman and her ability to make a sexual innuendo in any of her promos.
Punch it right in the box.
You slop tart.
My favorite one is her short-lived tag team with Thunder Rosa as Thunder Tits.
I did like the one of my favorites of the year with her was her stuff with like Alex Windsor. I loved how like her promo was that Alex Windsor was doing her promo and how it turned into sexual, and it's just like, wait a minute, what? so good. Like, yeah, Toni Storm, man. Oh my God, she's next level. Best Gout, what about you? Who's your promo artist of the year?
Katsuyori Shibata.
I would love it.
Go with it. You know he cuts good. He make a great partner.
I couldn't even finish it. I can't joke. Okay, breathe. All right, my legit pick could bring you to tears. Had like some of the best promos. Like just full of passion, full of you felt like you could relate to him. I fucking loved him all year long, and he's already been mentioned. Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah, it's good.
He was on another level this year.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't think we really truly appreciated his promo skills until this year.
Dumbass.
We're dumbasses for not realizing.
Yes.
Yeah. Great picks. All great picks. And remember, your belts will be coming in the mail in about 15 years.
That is true. Now, I would say this too: if you could get a award for promo artist for giving the middle finger, it'd have to be Okada.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Hey, that's my finisher of the year.
Speaking of which, here we go. Finisher of the year. A lot of great finishers out there. This year, for my pick, I went with one that it's a very innovative finish. Until this guy started doing it, I don't recall ever seeing this finish before. Like when it happens in the match, it's like it's game, set, match. Like it's just such a badass and cool finisher. So for me, for my finisher of the year, I went with the 21 Plex from Bandito. Absolutely love it when he hits that, man. It's just one of the coolest fucking finishers out there. Like he is so freaking strong for like a guy his like it's just insane like how strong he is. Like but I pop every time I see the 21 Plex, man. So for me, that's my finisher of the year. B-roll, what about you? What's your finisher of the year?
You know, I ain't gonna lie here. I had one on here, and I think I'm changing it.
Oh,
This is a last minute change right here. Because I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, and it's so rare nowadays where I feel like we have like a true finisher. And well, I'll go ahead and say the one I had, but this is not what I'm picking. I had on here the Soul Snatcher by Soul Ruka, but that's not what I'm picking. It is a cool move, but honestly, it doesn't get used enough as a finisher for her. Um, I'm gonna go with kind of along the lines of you, one that it seems like when they do hit this, like it's over. And I'm gonna go with the ultimate weapon for Speedball Mike Bailey.
My pick from last year.
That's a good one. It's a good one. Absolutely love it when he hits that too. And I don't think he's like, I mean, he hits it, but you don't see it as much as I think as he used to hit it. I think that's a fair assessment, right? Yeah. But when he does hit it, it's like something special.
Yeah.
And, and like you say, that's the end is when that happens. That's a good pick, bro. That's a really good pick.
And that's what I'm saying, because like I feel like the Soul Snatcher is really cool and it's really innovative, but like it very rarely is the finish anymore.
Yeah. Nice. Well played, my friend. Best out. What about you? What's your finisher of the year?
All right, so this is a modified version of their finisher, okay? Picture it, Miyu Watanabe versus Mizuki. She had never beaten Mizuki before, and she has a finisher called the Teardrop, which is basically like Big E's big ending. But she was like, I gotta give this a little more oomph. I gotta beat her. So she does a spinning Teardrop to her. And she's so strong, and she does it to this little young lady. The whole crowd is like, like, oh, she did a spinning version of it. And I'm like, that made my nipples hard. So yes, the spinning Teardrop by Miyu Watanabe is my finisher of the year.
That's a damn good one.
Now I'm thinking about Takeshita when he hits the Blue Thunder Bomb.
Hey, that would be a good one too, but yeah.
Yeah, it is. I should probably stop talking and let Lightskin talk.
Yes.
These could be his moves.
But who do you have as your finisher of the year, Lightskin?
When I was going through it, I immediately had Takeshita's Raging Fire finisher on there. That is not my finisher of the year. I am going with my heart and my gut, because this woman had a pretty good 2025. Was able to get the New Japan Strong Women's title and rescue it from the belt collector that was Ultimo Monet. And that is Azumi's, and she doesn't use it very often, but when she does, it pretty much ends a match. I know I said a lot of people have started using the Canadian Destroyer, but nobody I have ever seen has double underhooked the arms and used it. So Azumi's double underhook Canadian Destroyer, that for me is the finisher of the year.
That I remember the first time I saw that, and I was like, "Holy shit, that is a pretty full modification." Cool modification.
It's a wonderful modification, and just like I said, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, this is a good spin-off off the Canadian Destroyer. Now it doesn't feel like, hey, everybody's doing Canadian Destroyers.
Yeah, that's a damn solid one, man. All of these are great finishers. I love it.
Innovation.
Well, we've been talking about it here. 2025 was such an awesome year for us here at Cold TV, and one of the coolest things was this past year I got to go full blown in on the collective and was there for every show. Well, almost every show, but had an awesome week here on Cold TV highlighting the collective. So that being said, check out this video of some highlights from GCW's The Collective in Las Vegas. And following that, you'll see probably my favorite clip of the year so far that we've done. So check this out.
is lukewarm at best tonight, Cardona.
That's an insult, right?
I fucking went there.
Right.
Pounding away at the head of Cardona. Oh no.
Having a seats in someone's lap in the front row. Never know what you're going to get when you buy a front row seat to a GCW show.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, shit. Oh.
DoorDash come.
Such a good I was so happy. Like I could, you could see, like I broke Cardona. I got one up on him. I'm just
saying. And that's why he went back to the WWE.
Now he does Uber Eats. No, but no, we, like I say, Collective was awesome, man. We got to do some awesome shows this year, and definitely that GCW show in Indy was a highlight for sure. Good times. It was raining too most of the time too. Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Huh?
Yeah.
It was quite damp, from what I've heard.
Speaking of damp, let's continue on here at the Golden Headlocks. And up next, our next award is going to be for Stable of the Year. A lot of fun stables out there. Lightskin, let's start with you, my friend. What was your Stable of the Year?
I don't think any stable out there dominated more than the Death Riders, to be honest with you. Just the way the year started out with John Moxley being the AEW World Champion, Claudio being the, pretty much the enforcer of the group, and then eventually becoming the CMLL World Heavyweight Champion. Pac had some very good moments in there. They added Wheeler Yuta. They added Daniel Garcia. And, like we talked about her earlier, Marina Shafir. Like, Marina Shafir, I think, has been pretty much the best one to ever come out of that group so far. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's the Death Riders, hands down.
Yeah. That's a damn good pick. But for me, I'm going to stay in AEW, and I'm going to keep it in the family, if you will. I had to go with the Don Callis family. I love the Don Callis family from this year. Like, it's just like everything. Like, they just, I mean, yeah, I know there's people, kind of griping and moaning about, they just keep adding more and more members and stuff. I don't care. I love it. I love what Don Callis has done this year.
Point.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's like it's over the top, but fuck it, it's great. Like the stuff with Kyle Fletcher here at the end of the year with Takeshka and with Okada, and of course the Okada Takeshka rivalry. I mean, my God, like. Here's the thing, too. We talk about improved guys and stuff. I think we should I want to give a huge shout out here to Mark Davis, man. Like, I mean, I think he has done quite a great job in the Don Callis family.
John Villa.
It sucks what happened to Jake Doyle, because I really was excited to see like what their tag team was going to do. But hopefully he gets healed up and can get back at it.
Okay, they'll think of something.
I mean, Hechicero as part of the Don Callis family is incredible. Even El Clone being I love all the members. Rocky Romero down to Lance Archer, like everybody in the Don Callis family.
These guys could create their own NBA franchise. Let's just put it like that. They got enough to fill a full rotation.
They could. Absolutely. B-Roll, what about you? Who's your stable of the year?
Well, if you could not tell from my cheering and fist gyrating in the air, I too went with the Don Callis family, because when picking a stable of the year, why not go with the biggest stable of them all in the Don Callis family? Yeah, I won't lie. At first, I hated the Don Callis family, but then as it just kept going, I was like, it really grew on me, and it just got. It's so obnoxious in a way that they just keep adding members that it works, and it's great, and like Don Callis is a heel's heel, and everyone hates him, and he eats hot dogs the long way, and just from the entrance, like when that his face pops up on the screen, and that music or whatever you want to call it playing, it's just
the paintings, all the paintings that he does, he's so talented.
Yeah,
has commissioned, I should say.
Yes, the paintings are classic. I do have a question though. When do we change this from faction of the year to stable of the year? That's what I want to know.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know, same thing.
Same thing.
Faction of the year, stable of the year, group of the
Same
year.
thing.
Yeah, it's all good. Best Gout, what about you? Who's your faction stable of the year?
My faction of the the word of the day. It's conglomerate.
I know who it is.
The conglomeration.
Did you figure that one out from that?
They're so ridiculous. I love it, and I wish Tomohiro Ishii was not injured. But I love Orange Cassidy. I love Willow. I love Kyle O'Reilly. I love the weird thing with Roddy. Right, how he's not really in the group, but he is in the group. I fucking love it.
That's a great pick, and you talk about a group of just it felt like it. Well, it wasn't. It felt like it was. It was random wrestlers kind of put together, But to me, when I finally realized, like, okay, this is legit a stable, is when they did the sitcom like video entrance video. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I see what you're doing here, conglomeration. I'm all in on this. And like you say, huge big shout out to Big Tom.
Mhm.
Hope he's feeling better. But that's damn, that's a good one, man. All those were great picks. So
Yes.
yeah,
all good stables, good
or
factions.
factions or groups.
Yes.
So
Well,
whatever.
I was like, I was confused. Like, do I choose like a horse's stable?
Uh-huh. All right, our next award here at the Golden Headlocks is actually, I believe this is the first year we've done this one, but we wanted to acknowledge it because entrances are such a huge part of a wrestler's aura. And for my entrance of the year, I went with somebody who is just the aura is off the fucking charts. When the music hits, the lights go down, and then just the whole, like when the beat picks back up again, and then the lights are just the whole presentation. You're like, I'm about to witness something special. I'm about to witness something awesome. I'm about to witness something awe-inspiring, and that's what I feel with this person. My entrance of the year is Saya Kamatani. Like, holy shit! Every time, oh my god! Like I literally went and watched YouTube shorts of her entrances like over and over, and it's just so fucking cool. It is so fucking cool. Yeah, the aura is just off the chart. So for me, that's who I went with entrance of the year. B-roll, what about you? Who's your entrance of the year?
That is a good one. So I ended up. I don't think this is going to be a shocker to anyone. Well, at first, let me state this: no one makes an entrance like Best Gout Machine. I must say that right now.
Aura, unparalleled.
But I ended up going with, and I don't think this is going to shock anyone. I ended up going with Will Ospreay at Forbidden Door in London. This is the one where Alex Windsor like narrated the entrance video. So kind of went a little bit on the sentimental value, and but yeah, I think personally, I think Ospreay's entrance by itself was incredible, but like him coming out in London on the like grandest stage, something special.
That's a damn good one, man. Can't deny you, my friend. Best Scout, what about you? What's your entrance of the year?
So I kind of cheated. It's not one entrance. It's a collection of entrances. All the Broke Bucks entrances this year.
Oh, okay.
Pure gold. Pure gold.
That's a good one.
No music. The name's wrong on the entrances. Just beautiful. Wrestling is ridiculous, and I love it.
That just hit me. Correct me if I'm wrong in thinking this, guys, but I guess the first time really where an element of a storyline was told through multiple different entrances for the same wrestler. I don't think that's been done before. That's brilliant. Yeah.
2025, 2026, we're still new things.
Yeah. That's a damn good one. What about you, Lightskin? Who's your entrance of the year?
So I'm gonna go with Best Gout, but I'm going to modify it.
It
is pretty much every entrance of the Young Bucks, from the Young Bucks as EVPs to the Broke Bucks, like leading up into All In, like their entrances got more and more obnoxious, especially the one at All In where
I almost picked that one.
That one was just obnoxiously funny. And even the one at the month prior or the couple months prior at Double or Nothing, even that one was obnoxiously hilarious too. But I think my favorite of all time is when they played Hanson as their theme.
Oh yeah, that was
they were playing Bop.
I almost forgot about that one.
That was so good.
I was like my stomach hurt after that, and then my brother's like, "Why are you laughing?" Like they played Hanson to play these guys to the ring, and my brother's like, "What?" I'm like, "It's pro wrestling. It's just pro wrestling. Just roll with it." But I'd have to go with the Young Bucks of 2025. All of their entrances, from the EVPs to the Broke Bucks.
That's good, man. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I
Those
didn't
are
either.
yeah, those were fucking great. Now I want to go back and watch all the, like, I'm sure there's a super cut on YouTube or something of that. Gonna have to. Oh, so good. Oh, good. Well, our next category kind of ties in with entrance of the year. We have our theme of the year. B-roll. Who was your theme of the year?
Yes. Now, gentlemen, I want you to visualize with me.
Visualizing.
Now, now wrestling brain is coming in. You may have to correct me if I'm wrong. May have to correct me if I'm wrong. But when Hangman came back out to his original theme.
Yes.
Boom.
That's a good. Boom. We were watching that together. I popped so hard. You know, I was just like, "Oh my god, he's got the old music back!" Yes. In a moment coming full circle, and the prelude was badass too. By the way, with
whistling.
Oh man, it's so good. Yeah, I just, what is it? What is that called? Ghost Town Triumph, I think is the name of the song. It's so fucking good. I love
remember that.
Hangman. Best Gout, what about you? What's your theme of the year?
This is because okay, so their theme. You know what? Fuck it. I'm scraping what I was originally going to do. I'm changing it right now because I've not mentioned him at all. I was going to go with Brody King's, but you know what? I'm going to go with Kyle Fletcher's theme song, Proto Theme by Hot Mulligan, because I love that band and that song is a banger.
Oh, okay.
I'm making rules.
It is a good song. Like how it picks up too, and like the beginning. Oh, that's fucking. It's weird too because the first time I heard that, I was like, "Oh, this is kind of different." I don't know if I like this, but like over time, I'm like, I love it.
And they were like, "Oh, it's by Hot Mulligan." I'm like, "Oh shit, for real?"
Yeah,
I love that band. Great music, great songs. Look them up now.
Okay. Yes, Father.
Daddy.
Yes, Daddy. Oh, Christ.
There we go. Now you sound like a counselor.
Oh shit, Lightskin. What about you, buddy? What's your theme of the year?
Originally I was gonna go with Edge, who like, I'm sorry, but Metangolis is probably one of my favorite themes of all time, right next to Voices by Rev Theory. But honestly, I'm still doing the Swerve When I Drive dance, no matter what. And the theme that he came out to when he came back from his injury. I play that. I've been playing that on a constant loop right next to the new Tommaso Ciampa theme that just came out. So
that's great too.
I'm going to have to go with Hits Different by Swerve Strickland.
Most dangerous. Most dangerous.
Most dangerous. Damn. These are all good ones. These are all so good. For me, I went with one that when you hear it, you're like, you wouldn't think like that's a wrestling theme. But what makes it so cool is just the crowd's reaction and how they're singing along and how passionate that they are. And it's when this person comes out and his music hits, it's just really fucking cool. I think it's quite the scene. My theme of the year, I went with Mystico. Absolutely love it when he, yes. It's so like, okay, like I wouldn't expect that as like a great thing, but it's just the whole environment, man. It's so fucking cool. Like one of the coolest things I've seen was like this year. I'm watching what was it? I think it was the anniversary show where he was against MJF, and that crowd. Oh my god, it was so fucking good. Seeing Arena Mexico, like, oh yeah. To me, that's what stuck out as the theme.
Beautiful
of the
moment.
year. Yes.
Yeah. And that's what's so cool when they like go somewhere where they're not like normally at, like, and you get to see that passion. Because let's face it, like I feel like we're literally spoiled little brats, and like I don't know, you can't fake that passion.
No.
Um,
I mean, this is the
I
thing.
can fake some passion. I faked all my orgasms.
I was gonna make a serious thing out of that, but I can't fucking. I can't top that. I love you, Biscuit. Well, Gout said moments, and that segues into our next Golden Headlock Award. It's the holy shit moment of the year. That moment that just sent you on edge, and you were like, could not believe what you were seeing. Best Gout, what is your holy shit moment of the year?
Okay, there's no build up to this one. I'm just gonna say it. When Cope hit John Moxley with Spike, and they had to pull the nails out of his back.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
keeps you up at night. That was a holy shit moment for me.
Time.
Right now, you won't forget it. No yawning.
Sorry,
I wasn't even yawning. That
past my
shivers down my spine.
Yeah, the visual of the skin, like the way it was coming out, like, oh my god. Yeah.
The blood, the
yeah. But then I was also
that's his back too. That's not a good place to put nails.
Who else but John Moxley?
Yeah, exactly.
Who else but John Moxley?
That's me.
Lightskin, what about you? What was your holy shit moment of the year?
Well, sticking with the theme of nails, I'm going to go with John Moxley and the 9-inch nails from All In, and no, he was not in a band.
I see what you did there, and I like it.
Yeah. I am a child of the 90s now. Come on.
I was there too.
Those spots there was a couple spots in that match too with that bed of nails, but holy shit, yeah, that was just anytime you got stuff like that, it's still gonna be like, ugh. Both.
I mean, even when I brought it out, I'm not even a religious person, and I'm doing signs of the cross. I'm like, please be careful.
Maybe we should change the name of this one to the "What the fuck did John Moxley just do?" award.
Is that a segue into your pick right there?
Well, I tell you honestly, mine is going to be different. I am not going to be with Moxley. And this moment too, I gotta say too, I was there. I was, and now the aftermath of this is like fucking chaotic and stuff. But I just like it was. I've talked to Gout about this too afterwards too. After it happened, I remember we had some conversations about it, and just I kind of felt guilty for a little bit after, but now I've kind of accepted it for what it is.
I know what it is.
Yeah. So for my holy shit moment of the year, I went with Sabu's last match because it was just like being there, and just the spot where Sabu like jumps and hits the ropes and stuff was scary. Where he comes over, but what was really scary is when he got whipped into the barbed wire and he goes through the bottom and hits the concrete. Like you can even, if you watched our vlog, which is available now here on Cold TV, but if you listen to me, I'm like literally like almost in like a panic of like, just stop the fucking match. There's no need to go forward. This is just like, and I mean it's unfortunate, we lost him afterwards, like a month or so later or whatever it was, but. Like and not to sound like a terrible human being here or anything, but I mean I don't know, like from Sabu, all the stuff he did throughout the years, like I think I'd like to think like he was probably satisfied with that match, and probably satisfied that was like his last thing. Because I also think that's the thing too. I feel like Sabu kind of knew his time was coming to an end on this earth. I feel like because why else would you like take some chaotic like a barbed wire match
like
at
you
his
knew you're
age?
doing this, right? Because I feel like a lot of us keep going into it thinking he probably didn't know. I'm like, no, he knew what he was doing, sort of.
Yeah. Yeah, it was quite the sight to see, nonetheless. But that was my holy shit moment of the year. B-roll, what about you?
So this one I had to think long and hard about, right? Because as you look back at the whole year and everything, you try to sit there and you think like, okay, like what really got me? And surprised one of the nail spots didn't make my cut here, but as I sat there and I thought back, we got something truly special. What was he doing?
Being silly.
Oh. Okay. Refocus here. I'm going to go with the women's blood and gut match this year.
That's a good one.
It was insanely brutal. And like for it being the first women's blood and gut match, they freaking brought it. And like I'm a big sucker for like a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? And there are several like iconic images like from that match that are going to be like forever part of like wrestling history.
Oh man, that's a damn good one. Shit, like that was, and honestly, that blood and guts is probably my favorite blood and guts match of all time.
Yeah,
out of all the ones AEW's put on, I love that. So good, man. A lot of craziness. I think there is at least one definite theme with all of our holy shit moments is they were ultra violent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Graphic. Well, we've been talking about some of the highlights here from this past year on Cole TV. And one of the highlights we got to talk about, we want to give a huge shout out to our friend, one Michael J. Duplessis. Unfortunately, he can join us here tonight, a little bit under the weather, so shout out to you. But man, it was really cool this year as we transitioned over on Learning the Ropes, and Mike became the host on there, and has really did an awesome job with the episodes he's done. But without a doubt, I think one of the coolest things he did, and one of the coolest things we did this all year, is we got to talk to one of the all-time greats in professional wrestling. When you think of the independents, like it starts with this guy, like personifying it in the 90s. It was really cool. Mike got to sit down and talk to Reckless Youth. You can catch a replay, of course, of this, but one of the cool things out of this, I think, was just Reckless Youth. By the way, the huge shout out and thank you to him as well for doing the interview. He told some great stories, but I thought the coolest thing was like the origins of his name. So check out this clip from Mike's interview with Reckless Youth.
Not come up with the name Reckless Youth. So D'Lo and I were training at Monster Factory, and there was this other guy that I want to say his name was Vinny Boom Boss, and as a rib, Larry called him Vinny Boom Box, and he wanted to have like a tag name or something, and we would travel around with him a little bit at the time is when we were training, but we would travel around to some of the local shows or whatever. And like the school shows and all. And he was a terrible driver, Michael, terrible driver. Like we almost got in accidents all the time with him. And at the same time, we're having this conversation about like, what name can he use? And at the time I'm training, I'm not doing anything. I'm setting up rings. I'm just palling around with him, whatever. I'm not even really performing. Yeah, I'm just paying my dues. And D'Lo leans over to him and he says, you know what? He said, I'm getting sick and tired of riding in the front seat. You're a reckless youth up here the way you drive. I'm going to sit in the back and have Tom sit in front. And as soon as he said reckless youth, I was in the back and I remember going, that's the name I want to use. And Vinny was like, oh, that would be cool. Maybe I could use that name. And like, so Vinny used that name, but he used that name only a couple times, and then he stopped wrestling. And I even asked him, I said, can I use that name? He actually gave me his boots too. My first pair of boots that I actually had that I wrestled in forever were Headbanger Mosh's boots. Like the first 2 or 3 years, they were Headbanger Mosh's old boots he gave me. But so the Reckless Youth name, D'Lo came up with it talking to somebody else that was a terrible driver, that was a reckless driver, and he was a youth. He called him Reckless Youth. He didn't use the name. Well, and anybody that knows me, like I'm my character was totally separate than what I really am, but or maybe a shade of what I really am. Who knows? But I didn't start actually using that gimmick because when I wrestled for Larry, you had to just be your regular name or whatever.
Yeah.
And you couldn't have like any gimmick or anything like that. You had to have tights, boots, all that. And but when I started going out to Owls, that's the name I used out there because I didn't want Larry to find out that I was wrestling out there because I could have got in trouble because I was wrestling out there. So I wrestled under the Reckless Youth name. Obviously not the Tom Carter name because I didn't want him to find out.
There you go. Well, yeah, you can catch the whole replay of that, which is an awesome interview that Mike did with Reckless Youth. And once again, huge thank you for Reckless Youth for talking to us, man. He's like such a fascinating person. I had no idea he was an accountant, and a damn good accountant at that. So
he looks like an accountant nowadays.
Yeah, yeah,
a handsome accountant.
Yes. Well,
why does my shirt look like a bib?
Well, speaking of accountability and accounting, let's continue on here at the Golden Headlocks. In our next category, this is going to be a good one. Feud of the year. A lot of good feuds out there. Best Gout. What was your feud of the year?
You know, it's funny. I had a different one, and literally 5 minutes ago, while we were talking, I changed it because I can do that. And because I forgot this didn't happen last year.
I know what it is.
He knows what it is. I was there for the ending. I was there for the Hollywood ending of Tony Storm and Mariah May.
Ah, yes.
Mic drop.
That is seriously not only like a feud of the year, that's like a feud of a lifetime, I think. Like that's one of those ones we're going to be talking about years. That's one of the definitive ones in AEW. That feud is neck and neck with Swerve and Hangman as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Like it's so well done.
See,
I never saw her again.
I wanted to put that, but I think it was my feud of the year last year.
Well, it carried over, so you could have totally done it. But
it did. It did.
Skipped over to this year or last year.
The Hollywood ending, and then she went to freaking NXT, and
she disappeared off the face of the planet. No one knows where she's at.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Mariah May.
Word on the street is that she's being liked but never loved.
Oh.
I'll
be dang.
Banished to a life of mediocrity.
Well, that's what Tony said. So, Lightskin. What about you? What's your feud of the year?
I originally had something else when I was going through it because I had wrote down, I wrote down Tam and Saya Kamitani.
I'll follow that.
I also wrote down the Death Riders versus AEW as a whole because the way that feud pretty much carried into 2025. But then I remembered, of course, the feud that carried into 2025, and that was Mariah May versus Tony Storm. I'm sorry. That was by far the best feud of 2025. We have talked about it ad nauseum about what has been the feud of the year. We still talk about the Hollywood ending match as if it happened yesterday. So as far as I'm concerned, Tony Storm versus Mariah May is feud of the year.
If you think about it, that match literally almost happened a year ago too. I mean, that was back in March of last year, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was. It happened at Revolution.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. But I mean, it holds up still to this day. I mean, and like I say, that thing is going to be. We're talking about that for many, many, many years to come for sure. Yeah. It's hard to argue with you, gentlemen. I will say mine is different though. Uh,
Man, we have not had a clean sweep yet tonight.
I know, it's interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
We're unique.
We are. And speaking of unique, I think this was a great rivalry.
Don't steal mine.
This rivalry to me, I love it because it's like it's got so many great elements. So they former friends turned against each other. Jealousy.
Gosh darn it!
Like this, like so great development for both of these guys. Had stellar breakout years. Had some amazing like bloodbath matches. So fucking good. Involving like family members in this damn thing. Even my feud of the year is KJ Orso versus Sam Stackhouse, which I think Gout, you were there when this started, weren't you?
I was there when it started. KJ jumped over me to run to the ring. I didn't even know who the hell he was. I just remember some dude, because I was in the spot next to the side entrance, so I had like 3 run-ins that night where they all jumped over me. And that's when he betrayed Sam Stackhouse. They were in. They had a great match where Sam bled buckets. I think in Arkansas.
Yeah, they had the I Quit match, of course, like with
yeah, that one.
Wife being involved in that one,
And
then
banging in Little Rock.
and you got to see the cage match too, the blow off match.
Sweet Jesus, that steel cage did not look like it was being held up by much. And there's a spot where Sam does like he just crashes into the cage, and everyone, like me and everyone in the front row, was like fearing for our lives. But yeah, that was a very well done feud by GCW, and I knew you were going. I felt like you were going to pick it. That's why I took it off and did Mariah May and Tony Storm.
Bless you, sir.
Well, you shouldn't have done that, sir.
Was that yours?
Yeah, my feud of the year was KJ Orso, Sam Stackhouse, and honestly, Gout, when you said that you were there when it happened, I thought that's where you were going with it, because I knew you were there for part of that for sure. But yeah, that was such a well done feud, and I'll admit, like, I feel like we've kind of gotten to know Sam a little bit, and so
yeah,
maybe there's a little bit of bias.
Yeah, there
there.
is. Friend to the channel. Huge shout out to Sam Stackhouse.
Our sweet stick ball.
He made our stickers. Just saying.
Yeah. I honestly, you can't go wrong with either of those feuds. The Tony Storm, Mariah May, or the Sam Stackhouse.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with either of them.
KJ Orso.
The one last thing I will say on the Orso and Stackhouse rivalry too is it really, I think, really elevated both those guys. Because it's like, I mean, Sam, we know how good Sam is, but I really feel like this past year and this rivalry really helped to see, like, okay, he's beyond just being like a really talented big dude. I mean, he can tell a story in the ring, and like just his promos and like facial expressions, especially in that I Quit match, man. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So
blood.
good. Yeah, and the blood, lots of blood. So
well, because like the thing, so like KJ lost the mask, right? And
right.
It was kind of like that whole story and everything was interesting, but it's like, okay, when you have a character like that they've always he was always Fuego, it's kind of like, okay, like where the hell do you go from here? And it was just like so beautifully done, like for him to like end up feuding with his best friend.
Yeah.
And it was just it was an awesome story that was told.
Yeah. No argument here, my friend. Both were phenomenal feuds this year. All right. Up next, we got our most popular wrestler of the year. Lightskin, my friend. Who was your most popular wrestler of the year?
There's just so many, to be honest. I mean, Oh man, I honestly, I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with Hangman. That whole stretch leading up into All In, like I think everybody wanted to see Hangman succeed. When it came to, you know, I mentioned it. I mentioned it earlier. The promo he cut at Grand Slam Mexico in Arena Mexico, where he cuts the entire promo in Spanish. That was good.
Yeah.
Where he is cutting all of these promos to the point where he wins the AEW World Title, and I had friends that actually went to All In. My buddy Wildcard Chris, Mid South, Obi Dub, they all went to All In, and when they tell you that they were just hugging people they didn't even know when Hangman took that title out of the briefcase, like it was an emotional moment. And then, of course, his title run, it wasn't the best, but at the same time, he was still one of the more popular figures in AEW.
You know what? It didn't matter like how long that title run I think was going to be because it was all about that moment at All In, man.
It
Oh,
was.
it's so good. Yeah, I came very close to going with Hangman almost, but there was someone I had to pick above Hangman just because it's just like, and I mean they've been popular for the past couple of years, but like I really think they transcended the championship that they held for most of the year. And now, like, they're not the champion, but they definitely don't need the title because it's like if you are put into like a feud with this person, you're going to be elevated all the more. And the crowd absolutely loves them. Why wouldn't you? I went with Timeless Tony Storm as my most popular wrestler of the year. So, I mean, so good. Like she's so fucking over. It's not even funny how over she is. She can do anything. That woman can do anything, and it's gonna get over.
She could wrestle a mop.
She could, and it would be
Good.
probably the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
B-roll. What about you? Who's your most popular wrestler of the year?
So it was interesting. I was wondering if we were gonna. I thought maybe potentially we could get a clean sweep on this one. I went with Hangman Adam Page because and a couple factors that I think of. Like one, Hangman was kind of like my first, go to. What kind of like got me into wrestling, right? Um, and then I would like it's always kind of been like a toss up for me, like since I got into wrestling. Like my favorites have been Hangman and Osprey. Well, what happened in the year 2025? Those two ended up crossing paths, right? So, it was torn, and like I personally, going to Double or Nothing was convinced that like hey, like I like this redemption story arc with Hangman, but like it's Osprey's time. Like this is, if anything, I feel like this match is like a passing of the torch moment, kind of sort of way. Like AEW's kind of going to the next chapter. Like Hangman was kind of like the OG face of the company. Well, now like Osprey, and I had convinced myself of that, and you know really it's a lot of credit to like the story they told, like, and I it, how they told it, like with Hangman and Swerve, and like how Osprey was kind of right there in the middle of it, of like how I, I I remember that promo so much to like where he's sitting there telling Swerve like, I've tried, you've tried, we've all tried, like, to defeat them. Like it has to be him, and we have to help him. Like that whole story was just like chef's kiss, and like just the resurgence of him, and like when you hear the crowd, like th- there's lots of chants in wrestling, right? But I feel like one of the most unified chants is when they're chanting cowboy shit, and like I feel like there ain't a person in the arena that's not chanting for Hangman.
Yeah, yeah. It's like Lightskin said, man. He's just like, oh, oh, man. I can't even put into words. You guys are describing it to a T. Like Hangman's just like, it almost makes me want to change my pick, but I'm still sticking with Tony. But best guy, what about you? Who's your most popular wrestler of the year?
Katsuyori Shibata.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not making fun of the guy. The guy's a wrestling god, but I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking around. I think Hangman.
Yeah.
Hangman. And everything I would have said, B-roll just said beautifully, it's Hangman.
Yeah. It's hard to get. So I had to be the asshole to ruin it.
Yeah,
But,
Xlj,
Tony Storm,
that one up.
Tony Storm. I can't say
Not
no
a single
to
clean sweep.
well, I'm sorry. I'm still going with Tony Storm. I don't care what you slop tarts say.
It's hard. It is hard to disagree with Tony Storm, though.
Well, now let's talk about most hated wrestler of the year. Now, for me, like, you have wrestlers who are hated, but they're still like, people love them, So you have heels who are like good heels, but people love them. Like for me, this person, like, oh, they're fucking hated universally. Not a whole lot of people were like, oh, I love so and so. Like, no, not with this person. This person was hated. Hate. Everybody from online to the fans to like her playing up a role. Of course, I have to go with as the most hated wrestler of the year, one Mercedes Moné. Like,
yeah,
she like the belt collector stuff and becoming Ultimate Moné, and I mean, she understood the assignment. Like, regardless of if you love her, hate her, whatever. But that's the thing, you're supposed to fucking hate her, and that's why she's my most hated wrestler of the year is most Mercedes Moné. B-roll, what about you?
I think I may have fucked this one up. Not gonna lie. But because I don't know that they're technically a wrestler, but man, oh man, are they hated?
So they got heat.
They got heat.
Katsuyori Shibata.
How did you know? No, I went with Don Callis. So I guess technically not a wrestler, but
used to be a wrestler, still counts.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Gout. Like,
kiss you on the mouth.
That man gets booed out of the freaking building.
Yeah. No, instantaneously you see his face and you want to punch it. So I mean, yeah, nope. That's a damn good pick, my friend. That's a damn good pick.
Looks like a giant penis.
He does, yeah. What about you, Gout? Who's your most hated wrestler of the year?
Wheeler Yuta!
That is a good pick.
God, every time he's on TV, I want someone to hit him really hard.
Oh, so you're
feel pain.
Okay, so this isn't a joke. You're legit picking him.
Yes, I hate Wheeler Yuta for the second year in a row. Oh God, I want him hurt so bad every time he's on TV. Feel pain. I want him to piss razors. I want him to have hot watery diarrhea. I hate him. I hate him so damn bad.
Tell us how you really feel now. Okay, yeah.
Let's just say he'll be watching Grand Slam with ill intent, hoping that it's Wheeler Yuta that gets shaved bald.
I want his hair ripped out of his head.
I want it put on a mantle.
I want a voodoo doll.
It's hard to argue. I mean, Wheeler Yuta, yeah, fuck him. So. Lightskin, what about you? Who's your most hated wrestler of the year?
Well, this person I do not necessarily hate. I actually love this wrestler here, but I feel like in the year 2025, nobody was catching more strays and more hate, more vigor, so to speak, than who you mentioned earlier, XL, and that was Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
Mercedes Moné was the hardest working individual in pro wrestling, traveling from continent to continent, country to country, collecting belts, proving that she indeed was worthy of her position in the PWI Top 250 as the number one women's wrestler of the year. And yet people still found a way to discredit her accomplishments, to basically trash her online. And either way, she still walked away.
Come on in.
Moses.
Yeah.
Come on. Your voice might be recorded.
She has like nuclear heat. I mean, nuclear.
I found her ever so delightful.
I did too, but you know, again, I have to observe what is put in front of me.
Yeah.
And Mercedes was the one who received the most hate. Me personally, like I said, I do not hate the woman. I think her accomplishments are valid. I think her ranking in the top 250 was valid. But again, everybody just found a reason to dislike Mercedes Moné.
Like, we were all on the edge of our seat going into All In, like, because it was like, okay, I see what the fuck's happening here. Mercedes gonna win another damn belt, like you thought it was. And I think that's a great thing they've done with her and her story too. That's how she's collected all these belts, but yet she can't collect the biggest belt.
The one.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah. So
She didn't wear enough open-toed shoes.
fair enough. No,
maybe you can talk to her about that next time you see her.
HR will be calling you on Monday, Gout. All right, B-roll. It's probably your favorite category. We know you love tag teams. A lot of great tag teams. Who's your tag team of the year in 2025?
So, let me just preface this. I could see this one maybe being a clean sweep, so don't fuck it up, XLJ.
Oh, I think this is going to be a clean sweep.
Not a chance in hell.
It's well done, right? Nobody gets that reference. It's okay. That's how old I am.
That's how old you are. I ended up going with one of my favorite tag teams of all time, and they had yet another incredible year. They are better as heels than they ever will be as babyface. Whether you love them or hate them, top guys out. FTR.
No hate. Nope. Yep. Agreed.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Best Scout, what about you?
All right. Okay. So this is the Japanese TJPW nerd in me. So yeah, no one, anyone here picked. The team of Wakana and Yuki Kamifuku, Uber Eats.
Uber Eats. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Oh, I love it.
I love the name because they're known for doing mukbang videos outside of wrestling, but I've enjoyed them in TJPW, so that's where I'm going with. I love them. One day I'll meet them or buy them food.
Yeah.
Or open-toed shoes.
Or both. Lightskin, what about you? Who's your tag team of the year?
First of all, Best Gout, how dare you? I am insulted to think that you would think that I would not pick Uber Eats, because that is my pick. It's Uber Eats.
Oh my god!
I mean, seriously, like, they're just very entertaining. And honestly, I've tweeted, a couple, like both of them, like I want to do mukbangs with these guys too. Like this is great. Like
I think I'm going to be the one that screwed this up. Oh, no.
My pick is
we're going Uber Eats with this one.
I think that, man, like I almost want to change my pick, but I'm not. Like for me, these guys kind of came together out of nowhere, and I fucking fell in love with them. And I just love their partnership, and the fact that they won the AEW tag team titles this year kind of came out of left field, but I was so fucking for it. My tag team of the year is Brodito. Like, oh my god, I love those two guys together. Anytime, it's cool when you see a tag team where you got a classic big man and like kind of a classic kind of like high flyer / technical wrestler, because it's like they got all grounds covered. And man, they had a hell of a run as the tag team champions. They had some incredible matches. Like the match they had with Okada and Takeshita was so fucking good at Wrestle Dream. And then them winning the belts, I love me some Brodita. So I'm sorry, B-Roll. It's not gonna be a clean sweep for you. But damn, Uber Eats. Oh, so good. Such a good
I'm sorry I doubted you, Lightskin.
Never
It's
again.
okay. It's okay. I gotta surprise you with the leap win.
I'm like rooting for a clean sweep now. Like it's gotta happen eventually. Right?
Might happen.
It might happen, but we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. We got 4 more awards left here. But before we get to that, we've been highlighting some of the cool stuff we've done on Cold TV. And gentlemen, I gotta say, of all the stuff we did this year, I think this was my most favorite project by far. It just so happened to have our highest ratings of any original content we put out. We had an idea. We went with it. We went balls to the wall. It was wild. And the coolest part was to get to work with all of our friends, talking about, of course, one of our beloved characters here on Cold TV, Krampus, the Krampus
not
Christmas
beloved,
special.
but...
Well, maybe not beloved, but beloved.
Hi, B-Roll's butthole.
I get it. I get it. You got beef because he kind of took you and imprisoned you and
got beef because he beefed him.
Anus, so
multiple times.
Beefed his anus.
Yeah, well, that's on you, buddy, because like you just got such a tempting anus for Krampus. But anyways, that being said, check out these highlights from the Krampus Christmas special.
One thing I love about the holidays is I like to jack these balls. Don be now our gay apparel. La 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 la.
You get to nothing for Christmas, 'cause Krampus is mommy and daddy are mad. Ooh, his mother and father got him procreated and made that little monster. I can't even imagine what he looks like. Broke a bat over Johnny's head. That's sadistic. Is it Johnny down on 25th Street? The Johnny, the New York, go. You hit a frog. You got a sister, your sister? Oh, I don't want to even imagine what your sister looks like.
And you need a nice warm cream pie. That fills me up every time I'm lonely at Christmas time.
I bet.
Santa's firm hands skim up my sides, making me squirm under his touch. He cups my breasts, rolling them between his fingers and thumbs, but still squeezing with his palms.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep going. I've been this horny since I read Green Eggs and Ham.
What are you doing for Christmas this year? You can come over to my house if you'd like. I mean, yeah, what you doing for Christmas? Sorry, Mr. Ronaldo. Sorry.
You sad, spongy little man. For my holiday season, I enjoy giving gifts, and I most especially enjoy giving gifts to the women in my life, and such as nude photos of myself, as well as used pairs of my underwear for them to enjoy. And then, when all is said and done, make sure you give them a white Christmas.
I'm gonna need a wardrobe change over here!
Are you seriously reading a manual?
Shut the hell up!
Steady sidewalks, drifting holiday style.
Tear this shit up here, and I just all I gotta do, I don't gotta sugar them or anything, they come in like a square. You take this shit here, and you're just gonna take your cookies, right, and you're just gonna slap them down like that. Oh, I don't got a big enough pan, there's too many damn cookies. Well, when in Rome, don't be a pussy, you can eat raw cookie dough. Salmonella is a figment of your imagination.
And mama in her, the heck is a kerchief? Hey man, what the heck is a kerchief? You wouldn't know. Well, look here, she gonna be wearing a pimp hat, okay? All snuggled up in her pimp hat.
Would you have a nice, thick slice of wood here? You know, Yukon Mike's heard that before. And by the way, I don't even know why the hell they call me Yukon Mike, because I ain't even from Connecticut. I'm from Vermont.
Okay, it wasn't all mine, I swear. And funny enough, people don't think that you can taste the difference between siblings, but you really can. I have to go.
But no, you can't go, for it is cold outside.
You
got to go away.
But baby, it's cold outside.
Hey Young came out of nowhere, and that old bat ate 5 of them, stripped down to her skibbies, and was running butt-ass naked down the streets of Atlanta. And it was snowing that night. Well, there was definitely some snow going around, if you know what I mean.
So what are you doing for Christmas this year, pal?
Cocaine and hookers.
Oh man, what are you sure? What the hell just happened? I guess I put you in the mood. All right, I can see what
California weather.
The power of creation.
80 degrees right now in this mid February, early February.
Well, you should give us some of that heat, brother, because it's cold here in the Midwest.
You tell.
Well, like seriously, like that working on the Krampus Christmas special, like it's funny how it started and how it evolved into just this thing, and like it's cool. Thank you all for love and support and checking it out and stuff, because like we love doing it. It was quite the thing to do. So
I know that old Yukon Mike got your wood hard, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He impregnated a lot of women in 1986. So
I can show him my blushing testicles.
All right. Well, we are getting down to the nitty gritty. Some of our last golden headlocks to give out. And up next, we're going to talk about pay-per-view of the year. Lightskin, my friend, what was your pay-per-view of the year this past year?
WrestlePalooza.
No.
That's your Shibata.
First off, anything Cassior Shibata is on, I would give a 10 out of 10. But number one, no, it's not WrestlePalooza. It will never be WrestlePalooza unless it goes back to First Wrestling. But my pay-per-view of the year is a no-brainer. It's AEW All In.
Yeah, I mean, so yep. I'm gonna stick with you too, because you said it perfectly. There's a lot of great ones, and man, what a year for AEW on pay-per-views. Let's call a spade a spade. But All In was the be all in. I mean, it had everything, dude. It had fucking everything. And the thing of it was, yes, was it a long show? Absolutely, it was a long show. But from beginning to end, I was highly entertained. There was so many great moments. It was one of those, it's an instant classic where you watch the pay-per-view and then afterwards you're like, I gotta go back and watch out like some of these highlights or something. So yeah, I'm right there with you. I think All In was my pay-per-view of the year as well. B-roll?
Yeah, and before B-roll goes,
yeah.
can I just say this? I think we compare AEW All In to what WrestleMania X7 was back in 2001, because like we compare shows to that. I think that right there is the be all end all when it comes to wrestling pay-per-views. And then All In happens and it's like, wow, that was better than WrestleMania X7. That may have taken the mantle for me, and that's pretty much the reason why I went with it.
It was like a WrestleMania for people who watch wrestling.
True.
It's like, how the hell does Texas get so lucky, man?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and then I like you said, it's like it's the biggest show of the year typically for AEW, and how cool like this year being in the States. And man, oh man, it maybe go down as the best All In, and I would also safely say too, I think it's the best triple main event I've ever seen on any show.
True.
Like those last three matches were fucking incredible.
I mean, when you think about it, WrestleMania X7 had a triple main event too as well, but that right there, I think, like I said, it takes the mantle from that pay-per-view.
Yeah. B-roll. What about you, buddy?
What do you think?
I think you're gonna go with the NWA's anniversary show. That's your pick, right? No,
such a classic. No, I tossed this back and forth for a while because there were I think you could put AEW Revolution up there. You could put AEW Double or Nothing up there. But
All Out too.
Yeah, I think the deciding factor in this is that triple main event. That because I'll be honest, I almost went with AEW Revolution because Revolution was a damn good show.
I was there 3 hours. So.
But I feel like that triple main event is what sets All In over the edge, and it's got to be AEW All In.
Oh my God, the pressure is on the Scout. What is
In your house,
theory?
beware of dog. No.
The portion that was taped after the Superstars taping, right? The stuff that they can't see. Yeah.
Let me tell you, earlier this year, TJPW had a show called Summer Princess, which has nothing to do with my answer. It's AEW All in Texas.
Yay, we did it, boys.
We
Yeah.
got a clean sweep. And no joke, it's on my notes.
I wondered if Gout was going to go Revolution though, just because he was there, so that would hold special value.
No, we had that amazing ending where Hangman Page, beat John Moxley, and we finally saw the championship. Oh, that beats anything I saw at Revolution. I'm sorry, and that was a great show. That was like a good number 2.
And honestly, when Lightskin was talking about how he was saying like some of his friends had went there and like talking about like people were just randomly hugging, like kind of made me feel like, man, I wish I could have made it there.
My biggest regret, because I was you remember me talking? I was like, I'm going to try to get the All In, and I did not, and man, I kicked myself in the ass for it. So, and speaking of friends and stuff too, well, let's give a huge shout out to our good buddy Extreme League Wrestling. He was there. Not only was it there, man, he had a really magical moment. He like proposed to his now fiance. So,
congratulations.
Yeah. So. But it's hard to beat that. I mean, to me, and I think we kind of talked about AEW kind of like how if you look at them at the beginning of the year to where they're at the end of the year, it's like a night and day difference, I would say. Because I feel like for us, even for us diehards, there was elements of AEW in the booking, and you're just kind of like, okay, I don't know, but like All In felt like the big like, oh my God, we're back to where like we should be, it felt like such a pivotal moment in the history of that company. And they've just been going balls to the wall. It's been nonstop, incredible since All In. So yeah, that's a great pick. Like, I mean, I don't see how you can go against it. I mean, it's the be all end all pay-per-view. Like it's so good. So fucking good. All right. I think this is going to be a highly competitive one. Match of the year. A lot of good ones. I know I went back and forth on this one with several different matches, but to me, I had to go with a match that, yes, was a spectacle. Like the physicality was awesome. Like the storytelling was second to none. And it's just like everything that happened in this match, and this is tying in obviously what we were just talking about. I got to talk about that main event, the last match of All In. That's my match of the year. Hangman Adam Page versus John Moxley. I mean, holy shit, that match had everything. Like you talk about like an Avengers Endgame, like with everything. You got the return of Darby. You get Danielson coming out in the mask.
Yeah.
Death Riders are getting involved. And then you talk about phenomenal storytelling. What about the story they told with Swerve and Hangman?
Yeah.
How B-Roll mentioned it earlier. Ospreay's like the heart and it's like, guys, we got to do this to pull this off. And then Swerve being a big enough man to put it all aside. And also to throw the chain too, and how that was the finish of the match. It was so fucking beautiful. That right there is fucking pro wrestling. That's what it's all about. And a lot of great spectacles, but to me, I had to go with the overall, just like the presentation, the storytelling, just everything about that match was so fucking good. So that's my match of the year is John Moxley and Hangman.
I cried like a bitch.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, buddy. I'm right there with you. Like a 12-year-old little girl, I cried. B-roll. What about you, buddy? What's your match of the year?
So surprisingly, it is not going to be John Moxley Hangman at All In.
Let me rephrase that. B-roll. What's going to be your Will Ospreay match of the year?
You shut up and leave me alone.
Well, is Will Ospreay in your match of the year?
Yeah.
Do it.
I ended up going with the, and I felt, in one, it's probably because it has Will Ospreay in it. Two, it's probably because I felt bad for not picking Revolution as pay-per-view of the year. But like I said, triple main event, it was the tipping scale. I ended up going with Kyle Fletcher, Will Ospreay steel cage match at Revolution.
That's a good one.
It was amazing live.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, I mean, so
I
freaking
smelled
iconic
it.
when they're both on top of the cage, like. So, I also almost went with the Hollywood ending. I will say that as well, but ended up choosing the Ospreay Fletcher match.
Okay. It's a damn good one.
Nice.
Gout, what about you?
You know, you talk about Hangman and Moxley, and you call it the end game. Well, some people liked Infinity War. So at Double or Nothing, I was so you had the unstoppable Will Ospreay, you had Hangman in this awesome match where the build up for like Hangman trying to redeem himself for all the shit that he did, and once again this match happened, I cried like a bitch at the end. I was sobbing. I was so happy for Hangman. So yes, Hangman versus Will Ospreay, because Will Ospreay did not get a lot of picks in this whole episode. Well, he was out, you know. But still, yeah. Them two, Double or Nothing, skeet, motherfucker.
That was a damn good match.
So yeah, that was honestly that was my runner-up. Like it was neck and neck, but like yeah, both incredible matches. What about you, Lightskin? What was your match of the year?
So there were plenty of wonderful matches. Like I said, the match that you mentioned, Hangman versus Moxley at All In, and I'm taken back to a point where my whole thought process of picking match of the year is a match that got me emotionally invested. That match had me emotionally invested. The Ospreay and Hangman match got me emotionally invested. Then there was those matches that were just downright fun, and then that was the Double or Nothing, Anarchy in the Arena. That match was awesome.
Oh yeah.
But my match of the year is a match that got me emotionally invested to a point where I literally shed tears at the end, mainly for the aftermath of what happened, that ending segment.
I already know what it is.
And that is the retirement match between Saya Kamitani and Tam Nakano, where Saya retires Tam with her own finisher, the Twilight Dream. I mean, how ironic, how apropos do you have to get beat with your own finishing move? And that's the move that retires you. And then at the end, as they basically walk up the ramp, sit down, and the black feathers fall, smoke rises up from the stage, and they're gone in an instant. As if to say, this is the end of Tam Nakano's career. Like, for me, that brought tears to my eyes. It was so beautifully done.
That visual of them on the stage and where they're pointing, it's so like you saw it at the beginning of the show here. That was like one of the highlights in the package we started to open. Like that's gonna be, to me, that image is gonna be up there for years to come with like the same as like I'm sorry, I love you. With My God, it's so many other great moments, but I mean that's right up there with it. Like it's so fucking cool. Like even if you don't know the body of work of either of those ladies, like you watch the match, you can understand what's going on. You know, you don't have to see what they've done before to see what the story is there. But man, oh man, take advantage and please do watch it because man, they're such great, phenomenal workers. So that's a good one, man. Yeah, I had a feeling like I was like best guy. I was like, I know what this is gonna be. So good, all great choices.
I can smell it.
All right, we're down to our.
I feel like match of the year is one of the ones that it's probably the hardest to pick because like you're looking at like a Rolodex of from January like all the way to the end of the year.
I picked that clusterfuck from the year before last year,
which was a good one. Like, and also one I thought was going to get possibly one awarded or talked about was Gabe Kidd and Kenny Omega from the beginning of the year too.
Yeah,
because that was a damn good one. So,
almost.
Yeah. All right, we are down to our final 2 awards here. B-roll. It's time. Female Wrestler of the Year. Who is your female wrestler of the year?
For me, I went with, and I have given them awards before this year, so they are going to be receiving multiple belts in the mail. I went with Timeless Tony Storm.
Hard to argue. Had a hell of a year. That rivalry with Mariah May, the Hollywood ending, the incredible run she went on, the incredible work she did afterwards and is doing right now. Yeah, it's hard to argue that. Best Scout, what about you? Who's your female wrestler of the year?
Guts.
Katsuri Shibata.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Do a super cut of like Katsuri Shibata mentions.
Please do it.
It's Takeshita, isn't it?
He would make a beautiful woman, I swear. No, but no, we need to give it to the woman that won everything this year. And you probably already got a hint to, got an idea who I'm picking. I picked Mercedes Moné, the CEO.
Yeah. Love her or hate her. You gotta give her flowers, man.
I'd take her out to Panera.
I would go. I would go to. Well, you probably don't have it. Have you ever heard of Potbellies? Is that a thing out on the West Coast? You got Potbellies?
Not here, but I would totally eat there, judging from the name.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's a pretty good sandwich place, man. We got them up here too.
Yeah, like Potbellies. Anyways, how do we talk about Potbellies and female wrestler of the year? Anyways, Lightskin, who do you got as your female wrestler of the year?
Well, since B-roll went with the number 2 on the PWI 250, and BGM went with the number 1 250, I think it's only appropriate that I go with the number 3, and that is Sayaka Mitani, because anybody who can go on the run that she has done since December of 2024, holding the red belt, winning the Spark Joshi World Championship, winning the New Japan Strong Women's Championship, going pretty much all over, being a part of the Tokyo Dome this year. Like, Saya has been doing it all. And if Best Scout can take Mercedes to Panera Bread, allow me to take Saya Kamitani out for some Kobe steak. So,
well, I'm gonna have to, if you don't mind, I'm gonna have to invite myself, my friend, because I am in agreement with you, Lightskin. That's my pick as well as Saya Kamitani. I mean, the first woman to ever win Tokyo Wrestling MVP. I mean, that's unheard of. Like, it's not been done. Like, and her run has just been incredible. I gotta tell you, the first time I ever saw her was and I know it was one of the oh god, I can't even think of the name of the show. I'm sorry, Lightskin, but it was her against Mina Shirakawa. And
that would be November of like 2022, 2023, I think.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of the show, but Was it the one where she busted?
Well, no,
Mina's
this
mouth?
was Mina's comeback match. Wasn't that like
okay,
it started like Grand Queendom or something like that? Maybe I think.
I believe it was All Star Grand Queendom. Yes, where she
yeah.
won the belt.
Where she won where Mina, yeah. Because like it was like the story. Because what I took away from that was I was so damn impressed with Mina. Like, but afterward, but it was like, man, she was so damn good too. And I gotta be honest with you, man. Until like I started watching Stardom this year, like it took me a minute to pick up. Like, holy shit, that's the same person. Like, wait, because you talk about like doing a 180 with like her, like being this like white meat baby face to just this like fucking like just badass killer. Oh my god, Saya Kamatani, like I can't say enough good things about her. Like she is incredible. Like she is somebody we're going to be talking about many, many, many years to come.
Controversial take. If Meltzer were to ever give another match a 7-star rating, and it will never happen in a million years, but if we were to ever get Saya Kamitani wrestle Will Ospreay, that would be a 7.5-star banger.
I guarantee you they would be down for it.
I will pay for that.
I'm gonna clip this part of the show and then tweet it out and be like, "Well, what are you gonna do?
Make it happen." Just like Mariah Carey, make it happen.
Yep.
And I can say this going into this one, I would have bet money that like between all of us that each of us was going to have one of those three. It had to be one of those three.
Yeah, no, but it's hard to argue. All like you say, they all were in the top 3 of the PWI 250. So I mean, how do you argue that? So, all right, this is it. Our last golden headlock of 2025. It's been such a stellar year. We've been talking about some amazing moments, matches, professional wrestlers, but this is it, our last one. Male wrestler of the year, Best Scout. We'll start with you. Who was your male wrestler of the year?
I had an answer.
Clean sweep here.
And then I changed the answer midway through the show. And then I went back to my original answer. I changed it back. It back.
I can tell you, for me personally, it was down to the wire between 3 guys. Like I kept going back and forth with.
It was only one, and then it became another one. But it went back to that one. It's only one man. One.
Now, gentlemen, let me just say this before we make our decisions. My last words of advice would be, listen to your hearts.
Katsuri Shibata.
No. Katsuri Shibata. Obviously. Fucking shit. God, he's such a great wrestler.
Not deserve this slander.
He didn't have a great year. God bless him. Million forehead kisses for him.
We've
I hope
talked
he gets
about him probably more
year.
than any other wrestler on this show tonight. We've
I
talked
love
about Okada, who we haven't even given out a fucking award to. But
He just, can we give him a fake? Can we give him like a mini belt? All right, only one man, in my opinion. One. Hangman. Adam Page.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that.
Bitches.
Yeah.
Put that in your pack. I'm not. We already talked about him. He got a big dick, and he can do that buckshot lariat. He puts a baby in me. Huh? And he's a gardener. He's a gardener. That's such big dick energy.
Yeah.
He uses a dick as a tiller in the soil.
He is in a trio team that is named after the penis. I'm just saying. Like, right? I mean, you know. How do you? Oh dear God. Lightskin, how do you follow that? Who's your male wrestler of the year?
So I bounced around thinking of it because originally it was going to be Jon Moxley, but then I did a turn, and I really had to say that this person kept me intrigued with everything that he was doing in the year of 2025. And that man's name Katsuyori Shibata. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I had to get it on it. All right, but no, my my male wrestler of the year. If we could stop playing, my male wrestler of the year had by far the best retirement run out of anybody, and that is Hiroshi Tanahashi. I mean, from Wrestle Kingdom 19 all the way up to Wrestle Kingdom 20. Everything that he did, you had to keep an eye on, from every match that he was in, everything that he was involved in, from his last match in the United States, from his last match in the United Kingdom, to everything that he was doing. Your eyes were glued to the TV because you wanted to see how this retirement run of Hiroshi Tanahashi was going to go. Now, we had seen people and heard people that were going to retire, from Goldberg to AJ Styles to John Cena. I was not interested in anything that they were doing, and now they just completely botched their entire retirement tour and last match. Tanahashi's was the best, and that is how it should have been done.
I'm not going to be surprised if next year our match of the year is going to be Tanahashi and Okada, because seriously, that match was so grandiose. Like, oh my God, like everything about it. And the thing of it was, Lightskin, with that too, is like Tana was great, but it was just like, holy shit. No, this is the ace that we've known and loved for years. It was like he turned back the clocks for one night. How appropriate was it? It was his last match. Like, yeah, I love that.
Let's not forget his match at GDT Pro.
Oh yeah, with the thongs. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic, pure magic.
Well, I mentioned for me, I came down to 3, and I really went back and forth on all 3 of these guys. I'm going to mention all 3 of them. My first honorable mention is a guy who I think had like one of the best years I've seen out of any guy in a long time. And he really revamped the championship that he held for pretty much all year, and that was Bandito. Bandito was definitely in my consideration. The other one, obvious answer here, and that's Hangman Page. I mean, we've talked about him ad nauseum. What more can you say? But at the end of the day, my pick, I went with a guy who just had, if a guy can have a run like he had this year, this is like a run you wish you could have, because this guy captured championships in multiple promotions. This guy, I believe, if you really want to like do a deep dive, and not that I give a shit about Meltzer or anything, but I think this guy by far had the most 5-star plus matches this year. Like, as you kids say, it was just banger after banger after banger. I did not see one bad match from this guy all year. Had a great story at the end of the year that's still ongoing. And just the fact that like this guy just the stuff he did, you're just like, to me, it just blew my mind. This man won the biggest tournament of the year and wasn't technically like a full timer there. I'm talking about my male wrestler of the year is Konosuke Takeshita. Like,
that's the one I was almost going to have.
Yeah, it was hard for me to pick, but it was like, how do I go against Takeshita? I mean, that year, winning the G1, winning the IWGP Championship, like going on to Wrestle Kingdom, to one of the biggest Wrestle Kingdoms of all time, and having a hell of a match there. Like, yeah, it's Takeshita all day and every day. And like, seriously, that man didn't have a bad match. Like the stuff he did in the Continental Classic, the stuff, the feud with Okada and stuff, the tag match. Like seriously, name me a bad Takeshita match. I want to hear it, because it doesn't exist.
You could have one against Blake Christian, and it would be great.
I mean, he personifies.
You could have one against Griff Garrison.
Yeah, nobody knows who Griff Garrison is.
You know who we can have one against? Katsuyori Shibata.
Yeah, he could.
I was waiting for it.
That'd be banger.
But man, he just like everything he touched turned to gold, man. Like, he's the personification, I think, of strong style wrestling now. I like, in my opinion, maybe controversial, But I think he's the best strong style wrestler going today. Like he's just that fucking good. Like his matches are so crisp. Oh, so good.
I want him to wrestle Saya Kamatani.
Ooh, that could be fun. All right, B-roll. Who's your male wrestler of the year?
Don't fuck up.
I'm trying not to. Now that I've recovered from gout making me laugh so hard I cried, which I can say I wasn't expecting to do that when we were talking about male wrestler of the year, but that's best gout for you. You know, he's hilarious, absolutely hilarious, even when he's not trying to be. But
and he's shirtless. And
yes, he is, and sexy. But my male wrestler of the year, it was tough. Especially because I couldn't pick Will Ospreay this year because he was hurt for most of the year. So, I normally at the beginning of the year I just go ahead and pencil that in. But I think for me, largely with wrestling, I think about moments, and we talked about it ad nauseum tonight already. But the moment when the AEW World Title was freed from the briefcase, was such an iconic moment, and I think I have to go Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, for me, it was neck and neck between Takeshi and Hangman. That's a good Hangman. I mean, it's hard to argue. I mean, it's like one of the great story arcs. Crazy thing is with Hangman too, he's not only had one, but like two of the greatest story arcs in pro wrestling history. Oh man, his rise back to the top, it was incredible. I mean, it was definitely the year of Hangman Adam Page for sure. So all great picks, gentlemen. But man, oh man, what a year 2025 was in the world of pro wrestling. But as we're closing out the 5th annual Golden Headlocks here, gentlemen, let's look ahead. Do you have any predictions, any bold predictions for the year 2026 in pro wrestling?
God. My prediction of Orange Cassidy being world champion just crashed and burned last year.
Well, I know he could. It's going to happen at some point, but I think
at some point, God damn it,
should be
right.
Yeah.
I'll
tell you mine right off the bat, and you know what? I'm going to be biased as fuck here. I don't care. One of my predictions for 2026 is that the Ratty Daddy Cole Radrick will be your Game Changer Wrestling World Champion by the end of the year.
Ooh.
You heard it here first. He will be GC. He comes back from injury. He's cashing in that brass ring. He's going to win the GCW title.
Prediction. Go for it.
I'm gonna go with a prediction I went with before we went live here, and that here is that if Starlight Kid does not win the World of Stardom Championship tonight, she wins the 5-star Grand Prix.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I predict AJ Styles will go to AEW.
Yeah, I feel like he's got some more in the tank. I think he's done with WWE.
I think he's going to go on a Hiroshi Tanahashi-esque, which is, by the way, going to be part of my YouTube show, the next one. I think he's going to go on a tour. I think he's going to just bang out dream matches one after another.
Yep, and as it should be, I think.
Get that Kenny Omega match he didn't get.
So, let me ask you this: if you're AJ Styles, if you're Tony Khan, whatever, would you, if you're Will Ospreay, because largely people think that Ospreay wins world title at All In this year. Would you put that off if you could have Ospreay, AJ Styles at All In?
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, because that's a match. That's a match that's going to transcend the world title as far as I mean,
Yeah.
that's a match that's iconic. Like it's going to be like some things just like are. I don't want to say more important, but I mean it is in this case. It's just bigger than the title, and that would definitely be one of them.
100%. Like if AJ Styles only were to wrestle one match in AEW, in my opinion, it should be against Ospreay.
Or
Omega. I mean,
or Omega.
Or
Or
Katsuyori Shibata.
Or Shibata.
That. Stop being funny.
Actually,
it's beat a dead horse.
Takeshita would
just like horse cock
good too. Actually,
I got abs from laughing so hard today.
Look at my abs. Well, man, gentlemen, like I say, 2025 was a stellar year in the world of pro wrestling.
Can I do one more prediction?
Sure. Well, let's get one more in.
Tommaso Ciampa does not join the Don Callis family.
God, I totally expected that too.
I don't know. Yeah, I could. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Well, time will tell, my friend. So, well, in closing here, as we always do here on Cold TV, we got to end it.
Diaper.
Fucking hell. Plug-a-palooza. Lightskin, tell us where they can find you, my friend.
You find me on all my social media platforms. Lightskin Gagin.
All right, Best Scout, tell us where you can find you.
Once again, I am the best Gout Machine, the notorious BGM, the velvet voiced Adonis, the Megan the Stallion of wrestling content creators. You can find Best Gout Machine on all socials, including Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, YouTube, Upscrolled, Feed Finders. Now, I also have a show now called Wrestle Spank on YouTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube. Watch it every week. I am incredibly sexy and good looking. I am the greatest human being to ever live. I am 7 foot, 20 feet tall, and I got a shoe size of oblivion.
There you go. And of course, yeah, you can catch us all.
Has a small penis.
Very.
And of course, you can catch B-roll myself here on Cold TV and enjoy the rest of our season 6 kickoff here on Cold TV. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here. Thank you all for joining us here on the 5th annual Golden Headlocks. And as always, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.
You can also find me in a dark alley selling used dildos.
I'm his pimp, and I'm with him.
I can't think of a better way to end this show than that. Thank you, everybody. Good night, folks.
Katsuyori Shibata.